What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, you understand? Episode 291 of Back Again. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot thing. You know what I'm saying? Before we get things going, as this is the last episode of the season, you get me? Obviously, Monday, we're back again reviewing, but this is the last actual podcast during the season. I just wanted to do a little speech, you get me, before we get into things. And this year was a bit of a mad season for me, you get me. I started at Barstool this season, you get me. It started with me, Jetski, and Zar, and then you get me. I got a curveball RKO out of nowhere, blood. You understand? And it was a bit of a crazy time, blood. You get me? The first maybe the first 3 weeks, blood, you get me, was very mad after I left Barstool. You understand? Like, I went from having like a big support system to having nothing, blood. You get me? I went from having a co-host, a man with me on my watch-alongs, a producer that did everything back of house. You understand? I.e. thumbnails, running the streams, setting up the streams, running the channel, basically doing all the logistics, you get me, while I'm on camera, no diddy, doing my thing, you get me. And the first 3 weeks, everyone was like, everyone will remember, I kind of went ghost. I wasn't really doing the podcast. I was just kind of doing watch-alongs, and certain time I wasn't doing watch-alongs because I was sitting there and I was formulating a plan, you understand? I had to sit down, formulate a plan, and see how I'm going to attack this next journey in my life, you understand? And then obviously, before I left Barstool, I actually said to my fellow panelists that the plan for next season is to make this the panel, you get me? Because with Zar going to Chicago, you get me, there's not going to be so much of Zar on the podcast, on the channel. It's going to be more of a one-off appearance thing. So the man already knew that the podcast was set in stone. It was going to be us, you get me? So I had to obviously put things into place, find my producer, find a studio. Then I had to flip in, you get me, buy a new mic, buy a light, do this, do that, up production. Whoa, the mic nearly fucking left the screen, bud, you understand? I had to up production, and I had to formulate the new plan, you understand? And the man them were with it, the man them supported, and you lot as well, chat, you get me? You lot stuck with, man, through all my trials and tribulations, you get me, through the whole Arteta out, you get me, to the whole mad thing that I had with Mel, to whatever, you get me? Because you know, with me, blood, you understand, there's gonna be a couple what's the word, blood? A couple
controversies.
It's gonna be a controversial journey, you understand? So I just want to big up the chat for supporting, man, the real ones that have been here from day one. You know who you are, you understand? And I want to big up the man them as well, blood, you get me? Because when I told the man them this plan, the man them were with it straight away, blood. There was no second thought about it. The man them were like, yo, you understand? Man's down with it, Troops, man's got you, bro, you understand? The man them were checking up on me as well, like, yo, Troops, you good? Like, yo, why aren't you this, da-da-da-da? Like, yo, we can just run it, da-da-da-da. So I just want to big up everyone for supporting, man, this year and keeping the channel going, blood, you get me? And now the channel's in a place where, you understand, we don't really, you get me, have to go and rely off brands, you get me? Where we can just, we have our community, and the community keeps things going, blood, you get me? So I just wanted to big up everyone for their contribution and support this year. Big up the man them every time, blood. Big up the chat fam, you understand? We ain't going nowhere. Next season, same thing, you understand? Podcast will run throughout the summer as well, you get me? Even when I'm in Jamaica and Tenerife with the fam and the wife, things will still run, you understand? So you get me? Get yourself ready for the summer journey. Copa America, Euros, all of that things gonna go on, blood, you understand? So I just want to big up the people, them, you get me? And yeah, man, salute, blood, you understand? But
come on, the journey continues, bro. Let's go. I remember you told us about this at the start of the season as well. I was like, bro, watch where we all are at the end of the season. And bro, this pod has been absolutely booming. So yeah, I appreciate you for having us on. As always, shout out the chat for the support. And yeah, we move on to next season. Let's go.
Yeah, for real. Like being a part of this quartet is crazy. And like I say, every time when I'm on here, this is the one show I get asked about daily. daily. Every day I get asked about this show. Like, when is back again? When is it live? What time is it live? Make sure you say this to Troops. Make sure you say this to Lewis. What's Hassan gonna say? Right, like people genuinely invested, or even after the show's done. Oh, that was jokes and I do the fan calling show. People will call in and be like, "Yeah, I watch back again all the time." Right? So yeah, man, love being a part of it, and yeah, it's just gonna continue to. I remember the conversation we had when you mentioned, and you was like, it was gonna be us four, because we did a show us four, and then Lewis had to leave early, and he was talking to me and Sam like backstage, like I legit remember, and he was like, this is gonna be the quartet going forward. You was like, this is the one. So yeah, the growth of this show has been crazy, and it was already a massive show beforehand as well. So to be a part of it, fire. So again, like Lewis just said, shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big up the whole community, and salute to you, Troops, because you was the one who started it all. You kicked off at the end of the day. So yeah, man, love for that every time.
Big up to Troops as well for the back again part. I feel like an asshole.
There you are.
You know, because you know, Lewis said something, Flawless said something. I'm not gonna do the whole Flawless. I'm happy to be here. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I sit on this chair and I'm proud of it. You get me. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to everyone in the chat. Listen, I love the back again community. The only time I didn't love you guys was after the 0-0 draw against Man United, because that was abuse for 45 minutes. But other than that, you get me. I love you all. You know, big up to this much. I didn't get any of that, brother. You get me.
No, I was gonna say this is the world. No. This is the world's smallest violin. That's what that is, mate. That's the world's smallest violin. That's the violin, man.
I get shit in that.
I lost my violin.
I got some of that, brother. I was going to be happy. But big up to everyone in the chat. You get me. This is episode 291 as well. So obviously the Back Again podcast has been going for a while. This whole season from start to finish, with the preview shows, with the review shows. Obviously, Troops didn't mention this, but obviously even at the start we used to do pre-recorded. And I feel like now that we're going live, obviously it's helping with the chat, with everyone interacting, with everyone letting us know their opinions, people sending abusive super chats. You get me? Towards Rere, make sure you carry on, guys. 1610 heritage, you get me in the chat. But yeah, love to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. And yeah, we're going to keep this going. This has been one hell of a podcast, man. And even me and Flawless haven't argued all year long. Like, probably had 2 arguments. So yeah, he's been a lot calmer this season. Football's a humbler.
You've relaxed. That's what's happened, and ran this pot stuff.
You want to fight now? You want to fight?
No, you've ran this pot. I'm just saying, you've ran this pot stuff. That's why we're in agreement on Manchester United. That's why we don't debate, and we're in agreement. Liverpool. Yeah, we're in agreement on those two. Whereas you were on this pot stuff, so that's why you and Lewis been debating. So you know who's coming.
Don't start.
Yeah, I'm not going to start. You know who the common denominator is?
We're having a good pod.
You the common denominator.
I'm sorry I have strong opinions and I don't sit on the fence, Flawless. You always like to sit on the fence. I have strong opinions.
So if I always sit on the fence, what are we arguing about? What did we argue about last year?
No, last season you didn't sit on the fence.
So what have I sat on the fence about? Are we
last
just
season was like
last season you had a bit of chess.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean I was just more confident in because my team?
Yeah, 100%.
My team was better.
Your whole energy. You weren't doing the whole laid back.
This
guy was that close as hell to his mic and shit like last season.
Tell the chat that, because you two might say that, but the chat disagree. You know about our comments I get that people say, "Oh, why do you speak so confidently?" And all this stuff like I'm supposed to be timid. I'm never going to be timid. My team could be in league
chat. I'm disprove you right now. Chat. If you think Flawless was more of an asshole last season than he was this one, just type 1 in the chat right now.
Oh no, that I agree with, because my team was better.
Bro, it would go off at any given moment. Yeah, you lot could be talking not even about fucking Liverpool Man United. It would just go left.
It's because of Hassan, because he was annoyed that
don't blame me, Flawless. What's this? Where's your accountability?
It was definitely you. I'm gonna explain why it was you.
So I was arguing with the wall. You were arguing back.
No, we would, of course. Again, you just said it there, arguing back. I am defending myself. Manchester United were playing well. I was happy about that and talking confidently about the team. And confidence annoys people. It annoyed you. It annoys people in the chat still. People have said that to me this season. People say all the time, "Oh, how do you speak so confidently? Why are you so entitled?"
That's what man was saying. Everything about the Arsenal Man United team. How are you talking like this, Flawless? Why are you talking like this?
See? So that's the whole point I make, because I'm always going to talk confidently. Your 3 teams could be in the Premier League and we could be in League 2, and I'm still going to talk like this. Like, regardless. Like, my confidence doesn't come from my football team. Say that again. No, I'm just using that as an example. Like, my confidence doesn't come from my football team. No. But it does though. Like even if Manchester United, if Manchester United are playing better, of course I'm more confident because I'm happier. I've got more to talk about. I got more to banter about. But this season we've been woeful.
Yeah,
but
exactly. So you can't blame me. You just admitted it's your own mannerisms that changed. Basically.
How is it? No. Confidence. What's wrong with confidence? Why does that bother
I'm
people?
not saying there's anything wrong with confidence. I'm just saying when you were more confident, you were more argumentative. That's all.
No. You would just attack more when we was playing well. It's like, right, all right, okay. But yeah,
there you are. That's such a lie.
It's not. You're the common denominator. It was me last season. It was Lewis this season.
Hey, listen, I have strong opinions and I follow through with them.
Nah, we're winning the league next season, so I'm cool.
Sure.
You get me? I'm good blood. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Big up man like Fats blood every damn time. He says one thing that we will remember this season is a certain individual said, "Can I just say the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10." You know what? If we had a backer, I was thinking, before the pod, like having a back again awards. You get me? Like,
yes.
Funniest moment, like most ridiculous take, like
biggest argument.
Like this would be the fucking funniest moment
it actually would.
of the season, blood. 16 out of 10 was just like taken to places we never knew, blood. You understand? To a point where Flawless had to drop fucking T's.
There we go, people.
That's how mad,
people. But yeah, 16 out of 10, you already know. We'll reopen it next month.
You understand? That's how mad it was, blood. You get
if
me?
we ever do this live, troops, like with an audience,
we gotta have we can't even have like the back again logo. We gotta have like 16 out of 10 on the fucking on the projector.
Yeah. Listen, we need Ray Ray there.
And Ray Ray's got to jump on the pod.
Yes. No. What jump on the pod? Every team needs a mascot. So we're gonna have him, you get me? Just warming up the crowd and shit. The mascot of back again. We need it.
Just having him stand behind Sam waving at people.
And then you know what, if there's any if I got any mods that are in London, they can be security.
There we go.
Ray, can you imagine Ray like with like a fucking chicken outfit on or something? Just doing this, like, you get me? Now applause, and then Ray is like,
I just there with cue cards, dickhead.
Yeah, man. You gotta hype up the crowd, innit? Like,
you get me?
That would be incredible, that would be incredible.
Bro, the crowd would just be laughing, just looking at Ray, blood. You understand? You don't even need cue
cards. That award show needs to run though. That's a sick idea.
Yeah, I'm with that, man.
100%
shirt and tie event. I'm with that, man.
I gotta find categories, blood. I've got a couple. I need like 8 categories. Then we could run.
Chat.
After chat.
Give us some categories, guys.
The chat will come up.
Biggest argument, would definitely has to be one of them. Best episode.
Yeah, that'll be that.
Big up Summer Hawk.
Best super chat.
He says, Hussam reminds me of the unks in the cookout that talks about his old days, challenging the title with City and gives advice to troops. You always get that man at the barbecue.
Second youngest one
here. Yeah.
Just because I have a beer.
You do always get that guy. You do always get that person at a barbecue or any party or 100% family party, should I say? Yes. Yes.
It's always my Liverpool uncles when I go to Jamaica. Hey boy, you never know another 80s, you know. I'm like, dog, I born 87. You're talking about times I'm in a barn. The bomber clock I deal with. You see me? But big up Summer. Big up man like Ed with the 1610 super chat, blood. Come on, blood. And you know what? I need to get a soundboard for next year as well, blood. I'm just gonna have bare Jamaican sound effects, blood. So
you can just use it on StreamYard. Just a little audio thing on the side.
Yeah, Lewis,
that's what I do.
Because you can get the thing in it, but I want an actual soundboard where I can like have.
Yeah, it's quicker to use if you have that.
Yeah, I just want to have the button just dish.
More time ago, I'll be like, yeah, just scroll down and then bang. So I hear it.
You're a donkey.
You get me? I need all of that. Give me like, what we talking about here? You get me? Everyone's got little couple sayings. You understand? Big up Ed. He says, big up troops, Hussam, Flawless, and Lewis. Been a hell of a season. Now after Sunday, it's silly season. Don't let all the rumors of who you're going to sign to get you. Hopefully, I'll see y'all in Philly, troops. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to do Philly, bro. I'm not going to lie, because I fly Jamaica like 2 days after Philly, so I don't have enough time to fly back and then sort out my shit and You get me? So for Philly, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be there, blood. But I'm trying to do LA in it. You get me? Even that's not set in stone yet. But yeah, I'm trying to do Cali.
Yeah, shout out Ed,
I'll be
but
so honest with
I'm
you,
not reading any of that. We're signing Mbappe. Transfer Kings back again.
Yeah, wait till you get linked to some
transfer season meltdowns is a thing, and that's never gonna change.
Wait till you get linked with someone crap, and then you're on here and Troops ask you about it. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get linked with a terrible player. And I remember last season you lot interested in Jordan Pickford. What?
Get me Mbappe and 30 Brazilians.
Go watch the Endo stream. Yeah, tell me about transfer meltdowns.
But that was real though.
Bro, the Caicedo to Liverpool stream.
Bro, we went from
3 a.m. in the morning and Chelsea fans were melting.
From Jude to Caicedo to Endo. Bro, my life
and Endo actually did all right for you lot, actually.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
One of your better midfielders. Big up Abby. He says, emotional Klopp farewell. Title, decided games. It all goes down now. And now, enjoyed this season 100% because of the pod. Also, will you continue the pod off season? Big up your damn self, blood. We appreciate the support always, blood. It's going to be an emotional day for Hussam, and it's going to be a normal day for me, unfortunately, blood, which means we're not winning no Premier League, blood. You understand? But yeah, the pod will run throughout the summer. The pod ain't going nowhere, so you get me. We're here for you, my people. Big up man like Winter Surfer, my brother. He said, Hussam equals Poch agenda, Walad. Troops equals stars are aligning, Walad. Lewis equals you're right. Flawless equals just a Walad generally. Have a great Friday. You too, you Walad. You understand?
Thank you, Andrew.
About to get some new glasses.
Proper Chelsea.
Big up Mucky or Mookie. He says,
okay, this is one of
that's for Hassan.
My guy.
Watch out. Watch out.
Sarajevo massive. Big up to all of you guys, man.
Big up Fats one more time. He says, Lewis Singh.
Yeah, you must be out of your damn mind about that, but thank you for the donation.
Poch Malaysia, ole. Big up to you, Fatur. Even though you do it for fraudulent reasons. But big up to you.
Big up Toby. He dropped that and kept it moving, blood. Big up Jamie. He says, big up Troops. Sack Lego Man now. I want to sack him now, blood. You get me? Like, if you don't win nothing next year, then I'm all for it. I'm not going to lie. Big up Abs. He says, I think Back Again has overtaken DR Sports. I don't know. They do their thing. We do our thing. Big up DR, blood.
Two kings shining.
You feel me? Real talk, Lewis. Big up Toby. He says your team's wash flawless. Suck on that, Walad. No, did he?
Big up, hey, yo, number one. Number two, Toby, who do you support?
With a blue
heart. That's a blue heart.
Either Chelsea or City. Take your pick.
That is it. If it's City, I hear it. If it's Chelsea, like, we're not talking about that. You know what?
You've low-key had a little bit of a rivalry with the Chelsea fans this season. Flawless.
Yeah, it's been a real mid-off.
No, but he has. You know why? Ever since the sewage comment, that's when everything changed. Like,
no, it's from before that, because it's like no, it's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that when we've been above them all season long, these men have been quiet, and now when they went above us, these men want to talk. I don't respect that. Talk when if you're below us and you believe you're better than us, talk about it. Like, I don't like that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm not with whatsoever. That's why I've been on the cases of some. If you've been on my comments, if you've been in live stream saying, yeah, we're better than you. When you was below us, when you might were in 12th and you might were in 10th, I hear you. You go above us and all of a sudden you are pipe up. No. What did Jordan say in the last sentence? It's easy to talk when you winning. Talk when we level. You know what I'm saying? Talk when you below us, but you don't really believe in it. I don't do that. I was saying, like, this is not, I can't respect that whatsoever. It's like God AEM. We ain't seen him since Liverpool fell off the title race. Where's the super chats?
I hear that, to be fair. That's why when you lot beat us at Old Trafford, I'm like, I'm done talking about United. Get above them.
Get above them. Spent 7 months of Back Again embarrassing me, and now they're gone.
Yeah, where's God? Where's God underscore AEM? I ain't seen him since you lot fell off. That's a prime example. But he was adamant that I was wrong and you lot were winning the league. Nah, show up, man.
No.
He was adamant, God underscore AEM, that Liverpool were going to win the league. Yeah. Yeah. He was saying this all season long, literally from the start of the season up until they fell off.
Not that guy, brother. Calm down.
Yeah, I was thinking like, huh?
Where? No, you're not that guy, bro.
That's what it is, man.
Baby steps.
We did have some midweek games this week, Tottenham 0, Man City 2.
Shout out City.
Corruption at its finest. You get me?
What was the corruption?
What was corrupt?
Yeah.
What was corrupt?
Son.
What about Son?
Romero.
Wait. Let's start there. What about
Romero?
Son?
Romero literally took their goalkeeper out.
What
Never
about
took out Foden on the halfway line.
what about Son?
And he never had a yellow card.
What about
The
Son?
reason why Bentancur was like that when he was running down the wing because he was on a yellow. So I get Bentancur pulling out of the challenge. Yeah. Romero's not on a yellow card. You're known as this big destroyer. Oh, I'm that guy. Oh, man, like Cootie. And then
maybe he just had a moment of composure.
So wait, you're saying
fuck
Spurs
you.
play-
Broken clock twice a day.
Nah,
saying
fuck
Spurs
you
play-
and fuck him and fuck Flawless.
What
Why me? I'm
for?
not back in Tottenham. I'm just
Stop
glad they
playing.
kept the script.
Why are you saying fuck me for number one? Spurs players make mistakes. We've watched them do this pretty much all season long. In particular, their form has been horrendous. Outside of Sheffield United, I believe they're the worst team
It might be
over the last 5
1-1-6 now,
games.
you know.
Yeah, it's like they've been
Might
like
be 1-1-6 now,
defending
bro.
well.
Big man thing.
Look how many goals they conceded before the game.
I swear to
what are we
God.
talking about here? What's
It
the
might be
Son
1-1-6,
corruption?
bro.
Wait.
You see it,
What's
you
the
see it
Son
full
corruption?
time when he's all hugging Son. And
Oh,
he's
the
flipping
giggling.
hugging Romero. You see this Pep guy, bro.
At the
All
time.
my days, bro. I'll smoke this shoot, blood. I swear
He
he's trying
knows
to
what he's
rattle me,
doing,
bro.
man.
He
Yeah,
was
he
going
does.
up to Son saying, "We finally got you at your ground, blood. We
He's trying to
finally
rattle
got
me,
you."
bro. I
He
swear
knows
to
what
God.
record is dead.
He does. That's why he did it.
He's
You
trying
see
to
your
rattle me,
judge-
this fucking piece of shit.
He tried to-
I
But
swear
what-
to
I'll be
God,
honest
bro.
with you. Ainge
Dickhead.
Postecoglou earned my respect after that game because he spoke about the fragility of Tottenham. And he said about
Yeah.
the fragility from... And the one thing that if you are a Spurs fan, honestly, on a real, you need to worry about is...
When have you ever seen Son miss a one-on-one? Sorry, Hussam. I'm so rattled, you know. When have you ever seen that guy miss a one-on-one? When that Lucio win a one-on-one against me at fucking Emirates Stadium, what did he do? The
Yeah, he
fucking
bagged
wanker. What did he do?
Cold.
The
Good
piece of
finish.
shit. What did he
Great
do?
finish.
He fucking put it in the back of the net, blood.
He
What
did.
did
I
this
don't think he missed
dickhead
it
proceed
on
to
purpose.
do on
We
fucking Tuesday
gotta
night?
shout
And then he wants to
Ortega
come
too,
with this
though.
bullshit. Ooh. Fuck you, blood. Yeah?
Never mind.
Fuck you.
Just to
Yeah.
clarify, though.
And just to clarify,
Go on,
I don't
go on.
blame Tottenham for us not winning the league. It's our fault.
Okay.
Yeah. But them man are some
That's
son of a bitch little
I knew
fuck
Flawless
blood.
was going to ask
Yeah,
that. You're so
there's some little
predictable.
fuck
Flawless.
about
I
they
wasn't
doing
gonna
the
ask that.
Poznan, about they
I
doing the
wasn't.
Poznan, about
Yeah,
they
that's not
singing,
crazy.
"Are you watching Arsenal? Are
That's
we
not crazy.
watching? What the fuck? What are we watching? You fucking inbred pricks. What are we
They
Nice.
started
watching?
chanting
What
"fucking
we
hate
watching?
Arsenal" when they
What we
conceded
watching?
both
What we watching?
goals.
Our
That's
uncle and
crazy.
fucking our uncle and nephew doing madness. Is that what we're watching? I don't want to watch that, bro. Their inbredness go on at your stadium. I don't want to watch that, bro.
That is fuckeries. Like in regards to like
That's messed up.
them doing the Poznan, them saying like we hate Arsenal.
Okay,
and you're
sorry,
fucking
Flawless. Can I
goals.
just finish before I
Yeah,
forget?
go on.
Because
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah,
forget.
go on,
Sorry,
go
the Ainge point. When
That's cool.
Ainge comes out and says...
Big up and it's Ange. Big up Ange as well. Yeah, how he's sticking
Shout out
it under the
Angie.
pussy old fan base blood. About I know what you look like, Mike. Yeah, just so I know what you look like.
Oh, I
Mike.
saw
Yeah?
that. I
Real
saw that.
G, real fucking
saw
G
that.
blood, real G, bro, real G blood.
And you know what the problem is, Troops? He said foundations from within, from inside. This is the thing that actually is very worrying. Forget all this fans and blah, blah. I'm going to speak on the fans in a second. But just as soon as he says the foundations are broken from within, that shows it's either staff or players or Levy or someone's fucked, basically. Someone's essentially showing that they don't want to beat a City just so Arsenal don't win the league. And that's the energy that they came with. And let me just say this about the Spurs fans. I understand that you don't want Arsenal to win the league. I understand 100% completely. I was in positions where I didn't want Manchester United to win the league. There's a difference between not wanting Arsenal to win the league and singing "Stand Up If You Hate Arsenal" with City fans, doing the Poznan and wearing City scarves.
And
This is what-
celebrating when they score.
Celebrating, doing the Poznan.
Celebrating when they score.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
too much. There's levels. There's ways to go about things.
You
I'll
got
give you an
that Jamie
example.
O'Hara dickhead putting on Man City shirts, blood. The guy could have never played for Man City in the life, blood. That's the only way you're getting to Man City, bro, is by putting on their shirt, blood. You were shit, bro. That's why you're on a show with Jason
Well,
Cundy. You're
Tuesday
both
was one
shit,
of the
blood.
best nights of
You're
football
dead 11
ever, I
p.m.
swear.
show, blood. Yeah, Alwa gets more views than your dead show, blood. You run at the same time, bro. I see
Mega power.
your dead
Let's
fucking
go.
show, blood. Yeah,
Big
dickhead.
hour.
Anyway, by the way, there's another thing as well I want to say when it comes to the fans, yeah? You had a chance of getting top 4 because Villa go away to Palace. 100% Palace are going to beat Villa this Sunday. Watch.
Do you know what? As well, look. Oh my God, I'm so
maybe not win, but they'll get some.
Hey, Troops, man, this is your moment. Yeah, go on.
Palace have won like 4 in a row.
Enjoy Latvia. Enjoy Latvia next year, bro. Enjoy Latvia next year, bro. Enjoy Kazakhstan, blood. Yeah, enjoy Kazakhstan, rude boy.
I'm beating in 5.
Go to these war-torn countries, blood, where you need 10 jabs, blood. Yeah, you might end up in fucking Senegal, rude boy. Yeah, you fucking dickheads. Yeah, watch your transfer window go to shit now, blood. Who the fuck you gonna sign now, blood? In fucking Europa League?
They're getting Chelsea since birth, Conor Gallagher, mate.
Dickheads. Gallagher won't even go there now, blood. Dickheads.
I was in Spurs fans' positions when Liverpool played Chelsea. I understand. Trust me, I understand.
2010.
Liverpool have been crap for like 90% of my life. Liverpool played Chelsea. Chelsea and United were going for a league title.
Yeah, 2010.
We lost that game 2-0. I didn't celebrate any of the Chelsea goals. Even though, yes, it stopped United from winning the league. I was sat there like, yay, Drogba scored against me. Like, there is ways to go about things. And it's just the way that people have been going about things. The City scarves, the City shirts, singing City songs. That's what I feel like people are going over the top. And by the way, that's why forever, like Spurs are just going to be a losing club because of this mentality. And if Jose couldn't fix the mentality, and Conte couldn't fix the mentality, and Poch couldn't fix the mentality, and Nuno couldn't fix the mentality, Ainge is trying his best, and he shows that the foundations are broken from within. And by the way, there are times where actually the opposite happened. Flawless mentioned them pre-game. Liverpool beating Blackburn, Leeds beating Arsenal. We're talking about like rivalries and stuff like that. And listen, that's why those institutions have been a lot more successful than Spurs, because of the mindset.
Have more respect. Leeds are respected. We might not like them, but they're classed as a big club because they behave like a big club. These men are listen.
Yeah, carry on, Troops, man.
And what's messed up as well is the goal that Haaland scored, the first one. It's looking like it might be
offside, isn't it?
See, Porro is an absolute piece of shit. Yeah, the man sees Haaland. He's in front of you, bro. He's literally in front of you, blood. Yeah, he's there, blood. Yeah, it's like carnival when a gal pulls up, she's there. You can't move. You're married, man. Hands in the air. Yo, Pete, I can't move, blood. I can't move. I'm not even looking, mate. Yeah, that's what Donny was fucking doing, blood. Fucking dickhead. Then you got, like I said, you got fucking, the only one is Bentancur. He's on a yellow card. I get it. Don't want to get sent off. You go down 10 minutes against City, your team's already shit. You're going to get smoked. Really smoked. Yeah? Romero on the halfway line. I see him kick up, man. Ross off, man. That man's pulling out of challenges. Pulling out of the challenge. You're not on a yellow card. Phil Foden, yeah? And if he gets past you, he is down that left-hand side, mate. Yeah? What does he fucking do? What does he do, that fucking piece of shit? Have you ever seen Romero back out of a challenge?
No, he's actually ultra aggressive. It's the opposite.
Please, the man goes in on challenges when he has a yellow card. But now you don't have a yellow. You want to back out the challenge.
They got a must-win game against Sheffield United on Sunday. I get it.
It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks, blood.
I hear it, but like, if you were pinning your hopes on Tottenham getting anything out of City, you were done anyway.
I weren't. But I'm saying...
No, but it's about the integrity, you know, Lewis?
There's no integrity.
I understand, which is where I get where Ange is coming from, but like, I also understand where Spurs fans are coming from as well. They don't want to be the reason why Arsenal win the league.
Yeah, that's the fans, not the players.
I get both sides. Like, I get Ange calling it out. He has to be neutral. He has to be the one that takes rivalry aside and says, no, bun this. We need to win the game. But the Spurs fans... This is one of the most heated rivalries in world football. Why the hell would they want to be one of the main reasons why Arsenal win the league? They wouldn't want to be near that. So, like, I get it from their side too.
No, both sides. You go about things. It's the way.
Come on, football fans are shameless by nature in general, especially when it comes to heated rivalries like that.
Like you're wearing a City's scarf.
No, and
that's a bit crazy. But in terms of them like being happy about it, bro, I get that. That's just taking the mick. Wearing City gear, that's a little bit too far. But even doing stuff like the Poznan, they're just trolling. They know that stuff's going to be on camera. They know Arsenal fans are going to see that, and they're going to be fuming while their title hopes go down the drain. That's it.
Really is an absolute crook. You would
I get the fan perspective because fans are shameless and fans are dickheads like that.
I didn't even think of it like that. I know they would do it because they're happy Arsenal are not winning the league, but I didn't even think about them knowing it's on TV and knowing Arsenal fans are not going to see it. Here's the thing with
They're all watching.
Yeah, I fully get why Spurs fans, some Spurs fans, I should say, wanted their team to lose for Arsenal not to win the league. I get that. If I'm a Spurs fan, in that perspective, I would also want my team to lose. Where I think the issue lies is if you feel that way, which is absolutely fine, I fully get it, and I'd be in that camp, do not go to the game. That's where the issue lies. Do not vote with your feet. Do not go to the game. Have the stadium half empty because it lets it be known. Like that's absolute. That's
but some of them did,
fine. And some of them did, and respect to them because doing the Poznan, the half and half scarves, cheering when City scored.
Not even half and half, full on blue.
Or full on. In regards to Ange and what he said about the Spurs,
some were wearing like light blue Tottenham kits.
Yeah, I fully get his frustrations with the fans, but the key. The part I paid attention to most what he said when he said the foundations of the club, he said from outside and inside. That's why I was
somebody
like,
higher up has said, yo, if you lot have any part in them winning it, you're gonna
and
don't,
this is where and that's what and Troops.
Because so what are you saying that you think somebody came down at half time and said something? Because the first half they were fucking that
was just the Pep half time team talk.
I don't think
so. It's a Pep half-time team talk.
Don't get mistaken. Spurs,
by the way, Spurs' performance weren't even bad on a football level.
Spurs tried to win the game. Like,
first half, they were probably the better team.
In the first half.
Even in the second
half.
Not
even second half, they were decent in some areas.
Spurs got that 1-on-1, Troops, it's 1-1.
You don't.
Son had that was the only chance second half they had was the Son chance. That was it. They had Kulusevski had two,
but they weren't getting dominated
had
like
two
that.
shots.
Like City just came up a little
shots,
bit
but
more.
it weren't no clear cut. It weren't like you'll have to like the Son. It weren't no clear cut. It was Ortega had to save it or Edison before he went off. It wasn't that type of
Even Kulusevski when he went 1-on-1, Ortega.
That wasn't 1-on-1. He was at the side.
Yeah, but like still,
it wasn't 1-on-1. That wasn't a clear cut. That weren't clear cut, Hussam. You know that one. The only clear cut they had was Son. And at that point, City was popping the ball around. I was like 18, 19 passes or something. I was counting. I was like, when is man going to get the ball? Then they nicked it.
But see, here's the thing. When we talk about shamelessness as well, the Arsenal fans shaking their bum holes aggressively for Tottenham. And I'm not saying you, because I know you weren't doing it, but the Arsenal fans that were doing it, have shame. Have shame. That is meant to be one of the biggest rivalries in world football. Yeah, and you man are doing up unity.
Yeah,
unity. You man are mixing up Spurs and Arsenal badges. I saw that AFTV post where they had both elephants holding each other, and I'm thinking, what is this? What is this? Are you man going to have a joint trophy parade if they win or something?
You're so shameless, Lewis. You're so shameless.
Wow.
You have a problem with Arsenal fans supporting Spurs for a game so they can win the league, but you don't have a problem with Spurs fans doing the Poznan. Because
do Spurs and City have a massive rivalry like that? No.
But
Arsenal and Spurs is one of the biggest rivalries in world football.
Because you both said this last
time. You
can
say that you want them to win, but the overly celebratory unity was BS.
The way I said it, Hussam, was I want Tottenham to do a job, but I am not supporting these men. These men are inbreds. These men are scum.
And that is fine.
But I need them to do a job. I will not celebrate no goals. I will just be like, thank you for that, mate. But you're still a prick. Like,
yeah, thanks. Now piss off.
Geordie, Geordie on Filthy, yeah? He put out a tweet before the game and he was like, Arsenal fans, what do you think of Tottenham? Like, trolling, innit? And then I quoted it and said, still shit, but I need him to do a job. Because that was my thought process. I'm not supporting them, but I need them to do a job.
I understand what you're saying, too.
The way the man that these were moving around, merging fucking badges and everything there, it was a fucking disgrace.
Stuff like this, bruv.
Stuff like that.
No, this is wrong. I understand.
This man taking the piss.
Yeah, this is wrong. I understand. I will never deny that this is wrong.
I commented on this one,
but if
AFTV one on Instagram, I went in the comment and I said, whoever made this is sick in the head.
Am I lagging?
Nah,
no, you're good.
I said it. I said, whoever made this, the elephant one, is sick in the head. I said it in the comments, bro. I said, whoever made this is sick in the head, bro. Because
you talk about the two elephants.
Yeah, like I saw man merging badges. I saw man merging badges. I said, what? I said, what?
That is crazy.
That's
their profile picture. I said, what?
Too much.
I said, what the fuck?
That's all. That is over.
Wake up and just start doing heroin. Like what?
That is over the top. That is over the top.
Bro, everyone here knows I hate Man United more than everyone. Okay, Man United played Manchester City in 1920. I celebrated that McTominay goal when Ederson made the mistake because it meant I am closer to a league title / I'm gonna win the league. Listen. There's over the top shit happening on both sides. Doing the Poznam and that elephant stuff are both over the top. But if you're an Arsenal fan and you just supported Spurs for 90 minutes of that game specifically, yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
That I fully understand, and that was
somebody
key
said
from
in the comments. Troops wasn't supporting Tottenham, but was begging for a win. Yeah, I was begging for a win.
Yeah, and that makes sense because it will put Arsenal closer to a Premier
League. Doing the whole unity. North London forever and all that crap.
That's where it's too far. Like you
said,
fuck
them. I'm gonna say North London is pink. I'm gonna say North London pink because of the white and red.
You see, that's insane.
Hey, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? That mixed white and red.
Flawless, your fan base done that as well before. Remember at City United?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And if any of our fan base, if any of our clubs was in that situation, you'd see people do it because people do go overboard. And that was the craziest part about what Ange said was from within. When he said from the inside, I'm like, all right, who said something to him? That's why I was like, obviously, he ain't going to publicly come out and say who it was and what role they play at the club. But Spurs tried to win that game. They're just not very good. Spurs tried to win the game.
Let me just address this Don Arsenal TV. He said, Troop, stop the cap. Wanting them to do a job is supporting them. Don't mean you love them. Grow up. Brother, maybe you was merging badges, so you're in your feelings now, blood. Yeah? You understand? Continue wearing your half and half scarf, blood. Yeah? I won't, rude boy. Yeah? You understand? The only time I support Tottenham is when I take my gal somewhere, blood. Yeah? Otherwise, fuck them, rude boy. Yeah? Carry on, man.
Yeah, but I was just, as I was saying, Spurs tried to win the game, and they give City a game. It wasn't a routine victory for Manchester City. It wasn't comfortable. Spurs are just not very good. Yes, were they better in the first half? Yes, and even like when Dragusin cleared the Bernardo Silva shot off the line, they were attempting to win the game,
and they celebrated that clearance too.
Yeah. And just did everything in his power to all of the started 11. Like it's when people are like, oh, Son missed on purpose. So what you're telling me is, Son seeing the ball bouncing with a kanji, sprinted towards him. He sprinted towards him, moved him out the way, headed the ball on, sprinted towards the goal to miss on purpose. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about here?
I agree. I don't think Son missed on purpose.
And if you're going to miss on purpose, you know what you don't do? Hit the target.
But the one thing that got to the players is two things. Number one, the atmosphere, because everyone here knows that was the worst by far, deadest atmosphere White Hart Lane in history. I'm talking about even the old times from till now till today, the worst by far. I've genuinely seen better atmospheres when they've had Nuno Santo and they hated their team. This is the worst atmosphere ever. And the second thing, me and Florence agree completely. It's when Ainge says from within. This is the problem for me. I don't care if, you know what, let's all ignore the fans. Let's say let the fans do whatever they want. Who cares? When you say there's problems from within, that means someone in a higher up or a player or a staff member has said that. And that would be the worrying part for me.
I hear that.
And what
they're going to be neutral.
If it was a player, what player was it, blood? You understand? Was it a high-ranking player?
Who was? That's the
I'm one of the academy players, Ollie Skip or something.
You get me? Or was it one of the young bucks?
Yeah, maybe Madison. I was thinking because he got benched.
Like I would love to know who it was, whether it was a player or not, because that was key. Because like outside, yeah, fully get it, but from when he said inside, that's the word that caught my attention, and I was like, who said? Because like that's a big statement to make as a manager and say it's fragile from within. So it's like who in the club said what they said, and obviously rumors are gonna run rife in regards to who said it and what said it. But I get it from a fan perspective, but it created a lot of interesting conversation. And watch the Premier League do it again next season. They're gonna do it again next season. Not necessarily.
My respect, by the way, on a real.
I used to remember. I tell you, I used to hate the kangaroo and all of that blood. But
I apologize to him.
Even before, the way he was talking going into that game, I said to you that, yo, I respect him now, blood. Like he's a winner. He's not on this bowing down to, you get me, mediocrity. And I think probably he's got one more year there and he's gone.
Yeah, because he's a professional manager. He's professional. Of course, he's going to try and win the game. What I don't get from his perspective though is not being more understanding of the rivalry when you've been in the Rangers Celtic rivalry. You've witnessed that, so you fully know because that rivalry is no joke. So Spurs fans, even though it's against what you're trying to do, Spurs fans wanting to lose the game, even though you don't agree with it, you should understand. That's what I don't get from his perspective when he called out the fans. Not the fans who were at the stadium. I'm saying the fans outside of that. Of course, fans want to lose. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, because like I said, if I'm in that situation, I would want my team to lose. But I wouldn't be like openly vocal about it. And I'm definitely.
I said as well that like when we was in Europa League final and they was in Champions League final, someone said to me, like, Robbie asked me the question. He said, "Yo, if would you lose the Europa final?" He said, "Yo, would you lose the Europa final if it meant that Tottenham would lose the Champions League final?" I said, "Yeah. Why wouldn't I?" I said, "Bro, number one, respectfully, I couldn't give a fuck about the Europa League, blood. Yeah, I couldn't give a shit. You understand? Real talk. Couldn't give a shit, mate. If we win it, we win it. I'm not gonna fucking sit there start the season. Yeah, the Europa League is my target, blood. You understand? If Tottenham won the Champions League,
but that's different, Troops. That's completely
different, blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they won a league title,
I thought people bring up that.
Let me land. If they won a Champions League, yeah, the position that our club was in at that time, it could have finished, man, because they would have gone to another level. That's when they couldn't get the real world class.
And you would have lost in Baku the same week.
They got the big stadium. It would have taken off, blood. Poch is there. It would have taken off, bro. Do you understand? So that would have been detrimental to Arsenal Football Club. If Tottenham was to win a Premier League title, it is like Leicester or Blackburn winning the fucking league, blood. It's not doing fuck all for man, bro. One season they're gonna run their mouth and then that's it, blood. The Champions League they'll have for life, for eternity, until we win it. Yeah, we were the first club in North London to win the Champions League. They can't say they were the first club in London to win the. They can't say they were the first club in North London to win the league title. That was us. You understand?
That was my only bit of copium for if they actually did win it. I'd be like, well, that don't hurt us, but that kills Arsenal's rep.
Yeah, it kills us. So that is a bigger.
They can't chat to us. We got
if
two.
They won a league title for bro. That's 1 year. 1 year, man's all right. Cool. 1 year, you won 1 year, cool, because you've already got one. You get me? They've already won a title, bro. So it's not like, you understand, it's going to be detrimental to Arsenal. It's going to be banter. It's going to be a banter thing. The Champions League thing, I see Smithy from Sky Sports try and clip it and say, oh, Arsenal fans saying Tottenham are a disgrace. Also, Arsenal fans. Number one, at me, blood. Yeah, because you know me, blood. Yeah, so at me, blood. You know my at as well, blood. At me, blood. Yeah, let me see it with my own eyes, blood. You want it to pick up traction. Yeah, at me, brother. Yeah, at me, Bedrin. Yeah. You want to tweet about me? Bring me on Saturday social, brother, and I'll bring a couple tweets at you. Yeah, we can do it like that. Yeah. But, you understand? This you trying to bring up this thing here. I'm like, bro, it is a complete different. If they won the Champions League, we're finished. Especially where we were then. We was out of Champions League. We finished 5th. We're in the Europa League final. Bro, we're done. We're done. They was the Champions League the next season. In the Champions League final, we are done. They got Kane. You understand? Son, Ali was on smoke. It could have gone.
Yeah, they would have built on it, 100%.
It could have gone. If they win a league title, that's not making them go out and get fucking world beaters, bro. Because Leicester never went out and got world beaters, did they, blood? People will look at it and know from a football perspective. A Buki team like Leverkusen. I guarantee Leverkusen don't win the league next year. I guarantee Leverkusen don't win the league next year, blood. I said it again. I guarantee Leverkusen don't win the league. Clip this blood clot from now. Yeah? What's the date today? May 17th, 2024. Troops said Leverkusen will not win the league next year, bro. Because that's a one-off, blood. Yeah? It's a one-off, blood. Them things happen. You understand? Them things happen all around the world. Yeah? When it comes to Champions League, that don't happen, blood.
You don't just fluke in Invincible. You'll know that.
Come on, man.
Potential Invincible.
They won't do it again. Well. Blood, our last title was an Invincible. You do know that, innit?
Yeah.
But you don't fluke in Invincible season.
The level, but here's the
That's the level of the team.
Saying, they won't know, but I'm saying as in winning the league title. Forget how like the
competitions.
I mean that in terms of the level of the squad. As long as they don't lose key players, so I don't think they will lose.
It's the competition because Bayern, obviously, I think Tuchel, who's even going to be their manager? Because Tuchel's already did he not say today he's leaving, and they've already been rejected by 3 or 4. Like, so that's
they're actually saying rumors that Tuchel might stay. To be fair,
I seen it today.
No, he's not staying.
He's not going to stay because they went out and tried to start.
Flawless. The Bayern news is up and down. They've said Ten Hag is favorite. Then they said Hansi Flick.
No, they want Tuchel to stay, but he's saying no. You guys sack me. I'm leaving.
Because they tried, they approached Flick. He said no. They approached Ragnick said no. They approached. I don't think they didn't approach.
Xabi Alonso said
approached
no.
A couple of Xabi Alonso said no, and somebody else said no. They've approached four managers. So I don't think it's any guarantee. Like Leverkusen cut. But we've seen it before, whereas just because you're in Champions League or you're in the Europa League, it doesn't really change too much. Spurs sign better players in the Europa League. Like Jez was making this point. He was like, when Spurs have been in the Champions League, that's when they've signed all their terrible players. Like their better players have been when they've signed them when they've been in Europa League. Champions League, they signed the likes of Brian Gill, Royale. The chat will know more than me. I can't remember, but there's more. But they're better players than the players we rate with all Europa League. But I see the difference. It can help you attract better players if you are in the Premier competition. But
I hear it.
Chelsea went to Brighton also this midweek. Got the win. Cole Palmer FC back again.
Let's go.
Getting his goal. First time you've seen the balloon celebration. You are now in pole position to finish in the Europa League place. I'm going to ask the question again, Lewis. If Poch finishes in 6th, does that mean Poch in for next season? Because when you look at the situation, when you look at the big situation in the full perspective, the injuries you've had, the age of your team, the new manager.
He's behind Ange and Emery. You know
wait. A new
just
manager.
To clarify. He's behind Ange and Emery.
Wait.
Go on, sorry.
The new manager, you understand? He's come back into it, bro. You get me? And if Tottenham do what Tottenham do, but they won't, you get me?
I hope they don't.
You understand? And if you look at the teams above blades, if you look at the teams above you, they're all the teams probably above you are, apart from I say maybe Tottenham, are better than you. So you are where you fuck off. You are where you should be.
That's a mosquito.
I don't even. I think again we're only saying that because we've only hit form at the end of the season, which I will say to defend Poch. Sadly, like I kind of wish the season didn't end now because it's ending on a little bit of a cliffhanger. It's taken us till now to finally get into this run of form, and that's why. If you're talking in terms of faith, if you're talking in terms of belief, it's a bit too little, too late for me. Like I've been saying, if he makes it to next season, we will see what he cooks, and then I'll judge it based off that. But as of now, you have to look at the season as a whole. And sorry, injuries don't make it up for me with the points that we've dropped and the level of teams that we dropped points to. We could have easily been already in 4th. I am 8 points off 4th right now. We had to lower the target from top 4 to top 6 because we were underperforming to that much of a bad level. So, like, we're playing good football. I'll give Poch credit to that. I'm not going to try and take away from what we've been doing over the last 5 or 6 games. But I've said all season, all I need is a run of wins. Just get a run of wins. And we never did it. We constantly were inconsistent throughout the season. And then we did it towards the end of the season. So, if we win against Bournemouth, get 6th, maybe 5th place, look, I'm going to leave that in the hands of the directors. I still think if there's a better option out there, you go and get him. If you want to stick with Poch for the season, next season, nobody talk to me about time. Nobody talk to me about patience. Nobody talk to me about injuries. Nobody talk to me about any of that. You hit the ground running. No excuses, no ifs, no buts, no maybes. Because clearly the quality of the squad was good enough to compete for top 4 with the fact that in spite of all of these injuries, in spite of all of these other predicaments, I'm 8 points off 4th. Burnley, Sheffield United, Man United away, Everton away, Wolves away, Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Forest at home, all the top of my head. You don't even have to win all of them. If you'd won 3 of them, we would have already been in 4th. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. The fact it's taken us to this long to start cooking is why the faith still isn't there when it comes to him. But I can acknowledge we turned the corner, and I can acknowledge he deserves credit for that. But for us being where we should have already been months ago, and I've been saying all season that this is where this squad should have been, I need to see a lot more. You
guys are hypocrites. This is the reality. Because you all tell Arsenal fans it doesn't matter where you are in December, it matters where you are in May. So even if you got there eventually, you got there eventually. Like in May, you're in 6th. This is where your team is expected to be. All the teams above you, I actually disagree
You
with.
said Klopp and Kep wouldn't have us higher than 8th.
What?
You said Klopp and Pep wouldn't have this squad higher than 8th.
No, I said 7th actually. You know, so yeah, but that was a form of exaggeration. That was a form of exaggeration to prove a point. But the point is, look, in December you were 12th, yes, but in May you're 6th. You tell Arsenal fans it
in
doesn't
March
matter
we were
where you are
11th.
in December. Lewis, I didn't interrupt you. You have to let me.
Sorry, go on.
You have to let me land. I'm just gonna call out 2 points that we haven't argued on yet. I don't want to go back to the same stuff we've argued on. Don't worry, we're not going to mention any of the stuff. So let me just go. Let me just mention the problem. Okay. So once again, I'll start all over. You guys always tell Arsenal fans it doesn't matter where you are in December. It matters where you are in May. In May, currently as things stand, you're in 6th place. This is where you are expected to be. And actually, you're actually probably expected to be even below this by me and by other people who are not emotionally invested in Chelsea or who don't have any like attachment towards the players, because the players are not of said level that people think. And when you look at the position that you're in right now, eventually you're in 6th place. You're getting Europa League football. You have a Europa League squad, a Conference League squad. It's definitely not a Champions League squad, 100%. And it matters always how you finish the season. That's the thing. Like, I look at myself. We were top of the league in January, and now we're 3rd. I'd rather be top in May and 3rd in January. So yes, even if it takes too long or whatever it is, maybe Poch just needed some time to figure out formula because of the injuries, because of the people that were out. I mean, we were talking about Nkunku at the start of the segment. We saw the balloon for the first time. That has nothing to do with Poch, whether you're Poch out, whether you're Poch in, no matter what. That has nothing to do with him. The guy just hasn't played enough. I mean, Reece James comes on, who's supposed to be one of Chelsea's best players, gets a red card as the Chelsea captain, and he's not been fit all year long. The reality is injuries does play a role, Lewis. This is just reality. Give you an example using my club, Jurgen Klopp. We were top of the league, like top of the league in January. We even beaten City, we even beaten the contenders, and then Matip, Van Dijk, every centre back we had got injured, and then after that we fell off. We ended up being in a top 4 fight because injuries do play a role. The year that we won the league, City had injuries. The year that City won the league, the year after, in the quadruple charge injury, we had a couple of injuries. Injuries play a role. Like, and the problem is with you, Lewis, as the club, is you've literally had injuries in every single position. Left back, centre back, right back, midfield. I mean, Lavia, we ain't even seen him yet. The one thing you said that I completely disagree with is next season there is no excuses. There's one caveat that's very important, dependent on what you do this summer. Because now it's on to Stanley and Stewart to learn as well. Just like you want Poch to learn, just like you want the players to learn, just like you want everyone to get better, they need to learn too. If they're talking about signing a bunch of kids again, yeah, if they're talking about signing a bunch of kids again, and then you expect to get better now, it's counterproductive. You need.
But even then, like, we've criticized this window all season. We're 8 points off 4th. We could have got 4th. Absolutely. So then, like, was it really such a terrible window in that case? If we could have really been in the top 4 this season?
I'll tell you why it was a terrible window. Because you ended.
No, my God. And also, in terms of injuries, by the way, we had our biggest injury crisis and then started playing our best football.
Oh my fucking God!
That's a crazy
smile on my face. Yeah, I didn't laugh and put a smile on my face. I'm not laughing.
Yeah,
smile on my face.
But injuries I understand, but like we were playing our best football with our most injuries.
Okay, who scored the goals against Brighton?
Smile on my face.
What was it? It was Palmer and Nkunku.
Who scored against? Who was the game you had before that? Midweek.
West Ham.
West Ham. Sorry, yeah. Who scored the goals against them?
Palmer, Gallagher, Jackson, Madueke, and
no, it was West Ham. Forest away. Who scored?
Okay, so
Sterling.
Jackson, Sterling off the bench, and Mudryk.
And who got the assist as well for the Sterling goal?
That was Caicedo.
He's been on fire.
And who got the assist for
James.
the Jackson goal?
For the third goal, yeah.
So this is why these players, they make a difference. Lewis, can you acknowledge right now, on a real, regardless what you think of the manager, if you had this whole squad fit all season long, shit would have been different. Or at least at normal level of injury.
You know what I would say? If we could have got 4th with all these injuries, where could we have gone without those injuries? That might be a bigger question to ask. If we had an Nkunku, if we had a Lavia, if we had a James, but the fact remains the same. In spite of all of the injuries, we could have still got fourth. If we are 8 points off, but we dropped all those games.
You should have
probably been around. You
should have got it.
So you wouldn't have been 12th, but you would have been 5th, 6th all year long. Like you'd be in this position basically.
Potentially.
Chelsea should have.
By the way, just one thing. Even if the players are good as you state, and Poch is the guy that took him too long to like stumble on a structure, there's also nothing wrong with that, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes managers take time to figure out a formula. I've seen it with my own manager, with Klopp. By the way, we didn't play possession football at the start. If you guys remember, we used to give the opposition the ball and just counterattack and press the fuck out of them. That's the way that we used to play football. When Trent came through the academy, that's when Jurgen Klopp said it himself in the interview. He realized he needs to use the right back and the left back as the main creators, so he changed the whole system. So even Jurgen Klopp stumbled on a system. Even Pep Guardiola stumbled on a system when he played the center back at left back after fighting with Cancelo. Sometimes you do stumble on stuff that works because you have to figure out a formula. And I think at the end of the day, look, if you finish 6th, it's a fantastic season in terms of like building on something. And me and you First. And me and you agree on one thing, I think, to an extent. I think stability alone is a good enough reason to just keep the manager. You just need some stability, keep the same voices, the same people listening to the same stuff. And if you tell me stability with a different manager, by definition, it's not stability, because then you have to have a new voice and a new system and a new formula. So that's unstable by definition.
No, yeah. I hear it. Like, I still think you need stability with the right coach, but there's a reason why I'm not screaming Poch out to the same extent like I was doing before. It's just, I don't have any belief in him. But we are playing good football. We are winning, so the energy's a little bit lower. It's just, I still have no faith. I have no belief in him. If they got rid of him tomorrow, I wouldn't complain. But I'm not going to be screaming, get rid of him when we're playing good football. It's just, I'm also not changing my stance. You did it too late. You've made excuses all season. You said the squad was inexperienced. You said the squad was mid-table quality. And now we're sitting 8 points off 4th. So you were chatting out of your arse.
He said it was mid-table
quality. Mid-table was our level after we lost to Everton away.
that is
yeah, but that's talking out of his bumhole all season.
Don't say
so
it.
That's why I believe it's not there. You have to do a lot more to earn that from me. So I'm saying next season, if you make it to next season, which I still don't think he should, but if he makes it to next season, you show me good football from the start. You don't give me any BS in the press conferences. You just perform as a top-level manager, as you should, as you pretended you were when you first joined us. Then we'll see. But for now, like, nah, too little, too late. For the amount of waffle that you were talking throughout the season, we could have been in 4th with this squad. So I don't believe in him.
And I don't believe him. No. And the reason why you should have been, and the reason why you should be, is because not only for the games you mentioned, the 2 teams in front of you, no one had them teams there. So this whole thing of, oh, Chelsea don't have a Champions League squad. Nobody at the start of the season thought Aston Villa had a Champions League squad. Nobody at the start of the season, losing Harry Kane, thought Spurs had a Europa League squad. So why are they where they are?
And Villa had Europe, by the way.
Yeah, and because the managers have performed to a level. Yes, Spurs have fell away, but those 2 things add into it. Nobody had Aston Villa 4th, like I've been mentioning. Nobody had Tottenham 5th. People had Tottenham. Some people had Tottenham 10th, 9th. They were 8th, and it was, oh, they've lost Harry Kane. Where are their goals going to come from? They're going to be battling relegation. They're going to be in the bottom half of the table. So how are they 5th? Aston Villa, nobody had 4th. Nobody. If you did, genius to you. I can't say nobody. Very few people, probably a select few, probably could count on one hand the amount. So
no, you're right. Nobody had them.
Yeah, so that's the point I'm making. So that's why I'm not giving Poch all this credit when you are behind 2 teams that nobody had you behind at the start of the season. Because those, so you can overperform, because Aston Villa have shown that, as have Spurs have showed that. Spurs have scored more goals without Harry Kane. That wasn't expected too. The whole
do you have United below Chelsea and below Villa and below Spurs?
No, because we've underperformed.
Yeah, that's why season progress, you changed based on the manager, based on the players.
Yeah, because the manager's awful.
We cannot show August energy in May.
I'm not showing August energy in May, because what Poch is proving right now is that the players are there to perform better, because it's not just results, performances matter. So when you turn around and say, oh, it's not about where you are in January, it's about where you are in May, that is true in terms of the table, but performances also have to match up. That's why I'm not here.
But they have matched it up.
I don't
know. Cooking.
Performances in January contribute to your end position in May.
Recently, we're talking about in January, we're talking about in February, all the previous months. Is Poch doing better now? Absolutely, Poch is doing better now. Yeah. I don't give you credit for putting out fires that you started. Their team should have done better.
But he didn't start the fire. This is the problem.
He fully started the fire.
He did. We had statistically the easiest start to the season out of everybody in the league.
Your
energy 5 points out of 5.
Flawless, you have to admit you were wrong on this one. It's okay. We all get shit wrong.
I always admit when I'm wrong. I get more things wrong than I get right. You're the one who don't admit that, but go on, carry on.
100%. I get a lot more things wrong than I do right as well. I'm not arrogant. Everyone gets shit wrong.
Verbatim, but go on.
The thing is, you ask me when it comes to Chelsea predictions, and if we're talking about predictions, I predicted that they will finish in 7th, 8th, 9th, like around these positions.
Okay.
They're actually achieving more than what I said, because I look at this team holistically and I realize there will be injuries, there will be players underperforming. And the reality is, Lewis keeps saying that if it wasn't for Poch making a mistake against Burnley, Sheffield, Wolves, and blah, 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 we'd have been higher up. Yeah, and at the same time, if it were for the games that Poch actually coached to win in, but the players didn't deliver, you would also be in 4th place. So that's why I'm saying you have to keep the energy consistent. It's not the players are innocent and they're all angels and they haven't done anything. But, Poch, it's all you.
I said I could go game by game, and I think Poch is to blame for more of the games that we drop points in than the players. Even though there is some where players are more to blame.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. When it comes to the Pochettino debate that we've had, the Wolves away example is a prime example. You keep saying in the second half we did this, we did that, but you're not analyzing.
But we could have taken our chance in the first half too. I hear you.
No. In the first half, it's not just a chance. You were dominant. You could have been 5-0 up. Factually, if the players just did their job, clear cut. What Troop said in the Spurs part, he said clear cut. No, I'm talking about clear cut. You could have scored 3 or 4 goals in that game.
The 3-on-1 at the very least.
First half, game's done anyway. So, it goes both ways. And also, if Poch didn't change the structure, didn't change the system, so you're saying about okay, Burnley, Sheffield, blah, blah, blah. If he didn't do that, you would still be 12th right now. So this is why he changed all of that shit. You won 5 games in a row.
Which is why he's got credit for the last few games, but it's just too little, too late.
But your experienced players are back. The players are improving. Jackson wasn't playing
but we started that run of form with our biggest injury crisis.
Yeah, but Jackson wasn't playing like this at the start.
We literally had a bench of NPCs.
Yeah, no problem.
And Jackson's been performing well since AFCON, even if he's dipped off the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, thank you. What did you say since AFCON? Do you remember at the start of the season when Jackson versus Nunez was a thing? It's no longer a thing.
Yep.
So even Jackson himself got
Jackson
better.
Won. Jackson won.
That's why he needs stability. That's why he needs to give players time.
Shout, Nico,
Lewis, you need to understand. When I say
give players time, I've been back in the squad all season. It was you who said they were mid-table, not me.
It's not just
Lewis said they're better than where they should be. He said they should be higher up.
I said the whole season.
But that's not true, because the players got better as the season progressed. Because of
and we finally got a structure, and the team looks fluid, which says all they needed was decent coaching and a decent structure, and they could have been doing this throughout the season.
No, but that's not true once again.
Because he only started doing this when we were 2-0 down against Villa with no other options on the bench.
He's going to mention substitutions now and all this. And that
substitutions. We literally had no substitutions to make. That's my point.
That changes the game, though.
You're missing the point.
But we didn't have a bench and we started playing our best football.
The same players did not perform at the start of the season, regardless of structure and system, are getting better now. Do you agree?
Regardless of structure, we played 2 forwards at home against Nottingham Forest, isolated the pair of them, and wondered why we couldn't score a goal.
Okay, and you should have beaten Liverpool, you should have beaten Arsenal, you should have beaten City home and away, you should have beaten Wolves. We could go on and on. That's 15 points on the players right there. So let's not do that.
No, I'm not talking about the top teams.
Okay.
And by the way, Arsenal, I don't blame Poch for losing both Arsenal games, even though he's a big reason for why we got battered 5-0. We weren't winning that game anyway. The 2-2 draw comes down to individual mistakes.
The same players that I cussed at the start of the season, I cussed for good reason, Lewis, because they weren't performing. Now they are. As the season progressed, they themselves got experienced. They themselves got settled in the league. They themselves got settled in this team, and they're playing better. Caicedo, Do you remember the conversations around Caicedo at the start of the season? How many times you came on A-listers and the first thing
I
was like,
remember our midfield, and I remember our midfield structure at points of the season too. Enzo playing second striker and left wing shifts, and Caicedo being asked to mark 30, 40 yards of space by himself. I wonder why he couldn't do it.
He had to
but hey,
change
for the price tag, he's not performing. But then I apply context, and people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but that's why I was defending Caicedo at the start. Now look, he's performing a lot better. He's settled. His feet's in the thing.
But then if you're defending him, you understand that the problems came down to structure, which comes down to the manager.
Lewis, you keep talking about structure and the manager. You're missing the point. Please listen to my point. Don't listen to respond. Listen to understand what I'm saying. This is not a Poch thing. I'm saying player X at the start of the season wasn't performing because player X needed to settle in, needed the settling in period, need to get used to everything. Some of them need to get used to the league. Player X at the start of the season is now a lot more comfortable, and you're seeing the best of him come out. It has nothing to do with just structure, because Nicholas Jackson is scoring the chances that he was missing at the start of the season, because Caicedo is taking on midfielders like he didn't at the start of the season, because your center backs are defending like they weren't at the start of the season. I'm not talking about
because our structure is better.
I'm not talking about the structure and system. I'm talking on an individual basis.
But the individuals would look better with a better structure, as has been shown by the last 5 games.
We're never going to agree on this. It is what you really think. It's just that a guy inverted and suddenly we won games. I don't agree with that. I think it's experience.
It's literally what happened. We started playing our best football as soon as he did that. Aston Villa away was night and day, first half to second half, from when we made that change.
I understand structures make you play better, Lewis. I'm saying on an individual level, they have improved.
So structures make you better, and it makes the individuals better.
How many players have we seen in this Premier League that move to a club and just hit the ground running? Sometimes it just takes time. Some players just figured it out. Some players got settled in. You've had a lot of injuries. I think you need to look at the season generally, just from a general perspective, and go like, you know what? Pairs, 6th, 5th, not that deep. And like the only disagreement me and you really truly have is the nitpicking of like, if the Burnley game changed and if the Sheffield game changed, we're in top 4. But I don't look at it that way, because there are games where he did coach a win, but the player didn't execute. And it's part of the process. It's part of the growing up together. It's a part of getting better together, the experience, all of that. So you just have to take it a step at a time. That's it.
I don't agree. I think if we had a better structure throughout the season, we would have already been in 4th and nobody would have been complaining about Poch at all. We wouldn't have spent a season debating about Poch. He's managed to pull a structure at the end of the season. Maybe that warrants him a stay of execution, maybe, but to me, like, he's done too much damage with the season already. We could have been back in the UCL. Bowley and the owners wanted the target of top 4. They weren't wrong for that target. We were 8 points off it, underachieved. So no, I don't hear it. Individuals improve, but a structure improves players. A structure gets more confident players. And a lack of structure is a big reason for why Chelsea have conceded the most goals in Chelsea's Premier League history this season. It's been a big reason why we've been a mess defensively.
The lack of structure, not individual errors, not inexperienced centre backs.
Individual errors as well. Right, but the structure is the reason why we have struggled.
I need to chat to Flawless. Big news.
So left backs that you've had all 3 injured all year long. Right backs that you've had
not all at the same time. Not at the same time. Cucurella was fit and he wanted to play Colwell at left.
All right, you man. All right, that's it now. All right, agree to disagree. Pot out, pot in. Cool. Flawless.
Yo, go. What happened? What's your?
Ineos want Tony. And
really?
There's 2 cool talks apparently.
Jeez. Hey, chat, let us know sources first and foremost. Firstly, everyone knows I've spoken about Ivan Toney. I've been a big fan. Definitely. We should have signed him last summer. You know what I'm saying? I've said this. We should have signed him last summer, did the deal with Brentford, could have got him at a cut price because he wasn't playing for 6 months, and had him in January. And who knows where we could have been if we would have signed him in January, and then you have him there alongside Højlund as an option. So definitely a step in the right direction. Tuchel, I've said it before, not a lazy appointment. Said this. It's like reading the CV, but you only read the cover letter. Because from the outside looking in, Tuchel looks fantastic. If you don't know too much about football, it's like, oh, he seems like a good manager. Like
so Sam C report. So Sam C, is reporting that Tony is preferred by the hierarchy than Benjamin Sesko, who we're looking at.
Okay, I'm just hoping with Ivan Toney that one, it is definitely smart, but I'm hoping he fits. I've said this for the longest. Don't go and get Ivan Toney just because he's Ivan Toney and he's a talented player. Get Ivan Toney because he fits what you're trying to do. So, for example, let's say we don't get him. The profile of the striker we then look at after him is like Ivan Toney. Whether he's better, whether he's the same level, or whether he's below at the Ivan Toney level. But that gassed about, hope it's true, without doubt. Tuchel, no. Like I said, I see it as a very lazy appointment. It's you, like I've stated before, you look at the CV, but you only read the cover letter. Because from the outside looking in, Tuchel looks fantastic. You know what I'm saying? As a manager at your football club, Champions League winner, has managed here with Chelsea before, managed Bayern Munich, managed PSG, fantastic at reaching finals and semi-finals in cup competitions, etc. Not the best league manager, has won major honors pretty much wherever he's been, I believe.
Doesn't Tony fit the Tuchel profile of a striker? Who the fuck is bibbing their horn outside the yard, blood? The fuck? Can you not hear that?
Yeah, we heard it. Yeah.
Only quietly. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't loud. It wasn't loud. But yeah, as it was saying, I can't even tell you what type of football Tuchel plays, and that in there lies the problem, troops. And I've said this when it comes to the manager. We should not be signing the manager and going, we are going to play the way Tuchel wants to play. It's like, no, the style should be set up before Tuchel is employed. And it's like, no, we play this way at Manchester United, and whatever the manager we sign fits that. That's what it is. I don't even know what type of football Tuchel plays. I'm not going to lie, because he didn't play the same way he's playing now at Bayern Munich. He didn't play at Chelsea. So I can't even say there's a Tuchel style of play. Maybe the chat will know, but to me, it looks different. When I watch Bayern Munich from when I watched Chelsea, it wasn't the same. Yeah, there was pragmatism, but it wasn't the same. Everything is the same formation. Because at Chelsea, he played a back three. Whereas at Bayern Munich, he's been playing a back four. And that's what I don't want. I want clear identity. Clear.
So someone said in the chat, Tuchel adapts to the players, and that's the problem.
See, yeah, and I agree with that. That's the problem. That's not what we did, because then we don't have clear identity. Because let's say we do go and get Tuchel as the manager, then it doesn't work out. Then we've got and then we go get the manager after him plays completely different to Tuchel. Then we've got so many players who that next manager can't go and lose. That's why the squad's the way it is now. Because we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson, because we've had so many managers who play different styles. That's why we have such a mix of squads. That's the problem right there. We got Ten Hag players, we got Van Gaal players, we got Mourinho players. We may even have a couple Moyes players. But even the three that I mentioned, the Oli, yeah, I forgot about Oli. They all play different ways. So then you've got a mismatch of players who
misfits.
And that's why it looks, yeah, man, complete misfits. And that's the problem. I don't want someone who adapts to the players they have. No, we play this way. Yes, no, TV show. We play this way. That's what it is. So no, Ivan Toney, loved that. Great. But even that, I have my reservations about, because is it just because it's Ivan Toney and it's the name? I don't like. So I'm still waiting and see. I'm not as happy as much as I like the rumor. I'm still like, let's wait and see.
So David Ornstein said Southgate, Potter, and Tuchel are not high on Ineos list. But then Sam C saying
they're not high then.
And then he said something different. And this is what's going to be. Like the super chat said, it's going to be a merry-go-round. Manchester United is a merry-go-round. We
will get into them supers as well. I still want them supers. Big up the damn gang, every damn blood.
Big up the gang. So like
midweek games is gone a bit mad.
Yeah, so
due to these two as usual.
Yeah. Blame them too. See,
yeah,
man, he the common denominator, but yeah.
Blame them. We're giving people content. What do you mean blame them?
Good debate, to be fair.
It was. You know what I'm saying? It's super entertaining.
Me and Flores were cooling. We let you go. But then it was just going on and on and on.
We go around in circles.
Yeah, literally. That's why it's like doing the roundabout saying, I'm getting busy now, blood.
It was. But yeah, like I said, Ivan Toney, but I'm hoping, let me just clarify that. Yes, if Ivan Toney comes to Old Trafford, over the moon, but I'm hoping it's not. It's a name thing. And it's not a name thing. It's a profile thing. Profiles over names. I've been screaming that. And that's with the players and that's with the manager. And that starts from the hierarchy. What is the identity? What is the idea? What is the style of play? And then they kick on from there. But we'll see. Ineos, you're on the clock. But Ivan Toney's a step in the right direction. I will say that.
Another good performance midweek from the young shining lights at your club. Colby Maino, Ahmad, absolute fantastic finish from the young G.
Yeah.
But it's mad, blood. You win and you're still 8th, blood. Your goal difference is actually ridiculous. You're on -1 going into the final game of the season.
And this is why. Is it -1? I thought it was more than that. And this is why when people say,
it's -1 or -2.
I swear it's more than that.
No,
but, hey,
-1
is it?
or -2.
I stand corrected. But as I've said, when people ask me,
that's flawless.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Yeah. I thought it was like -3 or -4. But hey, we move. Actually,
it's -3.
Yeah. See, I was right. I thought so.
I thought it was 1. I thought you got it to 1, but then I remember it was 3-2 in it.
Yeah, but then this is when people ask, if Ten Hag wins the FA Cup final, should you keep him? Would you want him to stay? And it's like, no, because the 38 Premier League games matter. The Champions League campaign matters. The Carabao Cup matters. How we've performed matters. How we've performed as a team matters. How we've performed as individuals matters, because these players who are now performing have been here the entire season. These players have been here the entire season, and I've said this for the longest. There's a way to lose football matches. You can still be a cohesive unit. All of a sudden, he plays Maino, who's a good player and has talent on the ball and has defensive nous and will play his role. Next to a 6 in Amrabat, who one is a 6 and will just try hard. And all of a sudden, we look like we have some balance in the midfield. We are a functioning unit. And the craziest part is, before all of this, the last time we see Maino and Amrabat was when we played Liverpool away. And we all of a sudden look defensively much better. So that's why when people use the injuries excuse at Manchester United, I'm not trying to hear it. Yes, there will be a quality dip if your better players are injured, but you should still perform to a certain level. You should still be an organized unit. And against Newcastle, whether we won the game, but whether we would have drew or lost, I'm not too mad about the performance because the application was there. Same with the Arsenal game. And one thing I can't fault the players on, apart from Højlund and apart from McTominay on that day, was the application.
I was gonna say, thoughts on Højlund shushing the crowd.
Yeah, shit, you tweeted it. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm saying I was gonna quote you, dick, but I was like, I'm not even going to. But you, like, that's it. What you said right there, without the
it's wild, blood.
Yeah, and again, it comes into the lack of self-awareness. Like of shushing. There's a reason you have been getting criticized. How many games have you gone without a goal in this run? And then before you got injured and you had your purple patch and scored 6 and 6, 7 and 7. How many games did you go without a goal?
Newcastle fans, it don't matter. You don't have don't right to do that. You're not in the position. You don't have the minerals to do that.
Yeah,
if Ahmad did that, you'd be like, all right, cool. Yeah. If Maino did it, you'd be like, cool. You get me? If Nicholas Jackson did it, you'd be like, cool. I repeat, if Nicholas Jackson did it, you'd be like, cool. Højlund don't have the facility to do that, big man.
No, and I agree with that. And it's like concentrating your football and not even continue to score goals, but get scoring goals. You've been getting criticized, I presume. People are saying it was the Newcastle fans. I didn't know it was the Newcastle fans, but when I think about it, I think the away fans are in that direction where he was at.
That corner.
Yeah, he was probably getting criticized. All right, cool. At least it's not Manchester United fans. That makes it slightly better, but it's self-awareness type of thing. In regards to Diallo, you mentioned it there. Been performing well. Actually gives us something in the final third. He looked the most likely against Arsenal, and he was our best attacker again against Newcastle. And I said this about Diallo when people was criticizing him. I said, give him a chance, give him an opportunity and a run of games. He can do no worse than the attackers in front of him. Worst comes to worst, he performs as bad as Anthony or Garnacho or Rashford. And all of a sudden you see it, and him and Maino will link up. And all of a sudden we look like a football team. All of a sudden, we actually have a threat going forward. And again, this is why I give this manager no grace, because these players have been available. Diallo has been here. Maino has been here, even though he's been playing more often. Amrabat's been here. How difficult is it to play the 6?
Was solid again.
Yeah, how difficult is it to play the 6 as a 6? What are we talking about here? So you play a competent 6 who will do the defensive role and try hard and run around. Even the Isak shot that he blocked, that's just will. He just ran him down, but that's Amrabat for you. Yeah, and that's all I can ask for is Amrabat limited. Yes, but I forgive the limitations because I can see the application against Arsenal. The application was there against Newcastle. The application was there, and you help balance the midfield to make us some form of a functioning unit. And you allow Maino to get forward, and Maino will get back. So you have 2 in front. All of a sudden, Casemiro doesn't look all at sea at centre back anymore. All of a sudden, no one talking about Casemiro because he actually has the protection of 2 players in front of him. and then you have the fullbacks either side, Johnny Evans, and all of a sudden you just look like a better outfit. And Manchester United still limited, yes, but in that game, I'm watching it and I'm confident we can win this game. I'm like, all right, there's something to it. And Newcastle going to have their moments. Yes, because Newcastle are a good side in regards to attack. From an attacking standpoint, they're one of the best attacking sides in the league. I think they're fourth. When they scored the fourth most goals this season, I can check it. Yeah, they've scored, they scored 81 goals. So they are fourth, only behind the top three. So that goes to show how they are. And they've been in and around the top 4, top 5, top 6 for the majority of the season. And there's a reason for that. But yeah, we can play against Newcastle and play like that. We can perform against Arsenal like that. But then we'll get packed up by Palace the way we do. Or we'll get packed up by a Bournemouth the way we do, for example. Or a Fulham or whoever else. And that's why I don't hear the excuses with these. All of a sudden, injuries don't matter now. But if we would have lost that game and performed poorly and the manager comes out in the press conference and goes, it's because of injuries, you'll have fools lapping it up. Saying, oh, see, it's because so how come there's no excuse for the injuries now? Three of our first choice back fours missing. Shaw's missing. Martinez is missing. Varane's missing. Casemiro's not playing in midfield. That's 4 right there. What are we talking about here? Rashford, some people will put in there. That's 5. So half of our outfield is missing. Our quote-unquote first 11, because I don't rate them all, but 5 of our first 11, 5 of our outfield 10 are missing. But yet we still perform to a good level against 2 of the better teams in the league. 2 of the better attacking sides in the league, and all of a sudden we look defensively better with defensive players missing. Like I just said, 3 of our back 4 is missing. 3 of our first choice back 4 and a goalkeeper who we don't rate. But yet, all of a sudden, we limit. We're not conceding 20 plus shots all of a sudden. I don't know how many shots Arsenal had, but it weren't 20. Newcastle probably crept up to that, but it probably wasn't 20. Why is that? Again, this manager be getting away with murder, and the players obviously need to do better as well. But they've been applying themselves, and this is all I've been asking for, effort. Go out there, word to my guy Eddie, and run laps. And you know what? I forgive the lack of technical skill. I'll forgive the lack of physicality, the physical attributes that you lot have. If mentally you man are on point, because that's the one thing you can control. That's the one thing that is regard effort. Go out there, run around, close down, and that's what I'm about. I've used that as an example when he blocked the Isak shot. That's just him trying, because he has no right to. If he don't block that, I'm not criticizing him saying, "Oh, you should have blocked that." I'm criticizing because it broke from a corner. Why did that happen? Because that's happened a few occasions, but again, comes back to structure. But overall, yeah. Good for the win. Interesting to see. Obviously, we'll get to the Brighton game as well. And we do have an FA Cup final. So we're actually putting a team, hey, if this manager picks the right side, then we can give them a game at least. Because I was fearing the worst in terms of it not being competitive. Now I go there and go, all right, let's at least go to Wembley and compete.
Thoughts on Rashford beefing the crowd?
What did the guy say? Because I
don't
put
know.
This out, but it knows. I couldn't hear it properly.
I couldn't hear it properly. Rashford's just moving like he wants to be a rapper.
Because I quote tweeted it and said, what did the fan say to Rashford?
Mm-hmm.
And then the people who responded to me, it was so many different things. Mm-hmm. So I can't comment on Rashford's response when I don't know what got said to him. Because if it was something personal over the top, let's say it was a family member, I get it. If it's just football based, you hear that.
Apparently he said overpaid prick.
That's something that you gotta bypass that. But was it? Wait, but it was.
Yeah, you got to bag a goal and prove them wrong.
Yeah,
head off that corner and do your little.
One of our own fans, so it's like, yeah, performance shuts people up. The reason why the fans are criticizing you as a Manchester United fan is because you perform poorly. The worst part about I don't like the whole overpaid and like his what he gets paid makes no difference to me in regards to that. I don't look his performances. He could be on $2,000 a week and his performances have been piss poor. Yes, of course, with wage comes higher expectation, but he's just performed poorly outside of that. That shouldn't be top of the priority list, is the point that I'm making. All the poor performances he's put in and lying to the manager and like, remember he said, oh, I was sick, you know what I'm saying? And then you out in, believe he was in Northern Ireland, he was in Belfast and things of this nature. So like what we talk, and then what's worse than that is the statement he put out. Like people forget about that, or if you doubt my commitment.
Why does he get so much hate? Is it because like with like the Saka hate? I see the Saka hate as jealousy, innit? I don't see the Saka thing as hate. I see it as jealousy. Yeah. With Rashford, it's kind of hate still, but why does he get so much hate?
I think it's because
do Man United fans expect that much of him?
Yeah, that's where it comes from. It's an expectation because fans look at it, and this isn't me. Because you're from the academy, you should care more. You know what I'm saying? And people have questioned his commitment. And that
I think that combined with the wages too.
Yeah, and the wages too. and the statement he put out when he's talking about, oh, if you're backing me good, if you're doubting me even better, people expect fans, not all fans, but I'd say a large proportion of the fan base, in particular match-going fans, expect more from him because he came from the academy. It means more to him. You should fully understand what it's like to be at that club. And we've watched you all year be lazy. We've watched you sulk. We've watched you not close down. We've watched you, when I was just talking about applying yourself, we've watched you not apply yourself. And that is unforgivable. So that's why you're getting so much stick. And then obviously when I don't care. People care about it because he's taking pictures with rappers and stuff. Do what you're doing. I don't see any issue with that whatsoever.
The Meeks picture, that's cack because Meeks is from Manny. So that could have just, that's a local thing. It's
yeah,
like he traveled somewhere.
I have whether he travels, I have no issues with that. The worst part is, like I said, I just mentioned the Northern Ireland thing. Like, that's worse.
Yeah,
like
that thing there, you stepped out.
Like, that's, but if you're taking pictures with that, I don't care what players do in their outside of the football club, as long as it's not affecting them, their performance on the pitch. And I don't believe that is, but that's why he's receiving so much criticism, I believe, with that. And again, his performances have been poor. You're at Manchester United. You're under the microscope 25-8 when you are here, in particular when you are the number 10, you are a main attacker, you are on big money, and you come through the youth academy, and you're from Manchester. All of those things they put you even more so under the microscope because of all those things. Like, that's where it stems from too. But his performance has been woeful. That's been and then Diallo then performs the way he has in the last couple of games, and it's like, right, where's that been for you? That's the type of thing.
Oh yeah, that's still. Let me fly through these supers. We got mad supers, blood. Jesus.
Shout out for the love, guys.
Real talk, blood. The love is unreal, blood. You understand? Big up the gang every damn blood clot time. Big up football or soccer. He says, thank you guys for helping me get through this crap season. The chemistry between you lot is Heisenberg level. That's flawless. 16 out of 10 diss track incoming.
Yeah, I probably would have dropped it, but then Kendrick and Drake kicked off. But yeah, it'll probably be a 16 out of 10 tune.
Yeah, I'm skinny. Ain't no gym thing.
I know.
Big up Comedy Star TV. He says, Assalamu alaikum and Juma Mubarak to guys.
Juma Mubarak, habibi. Even though you're a fraud.
Big up Donna. McGall like Donna. She said, Mr. Troops, you need Spurs fan on show. Fancy me. Might have to make Donna cheeky appearance, you get me? And then she says, Mr. Flawless, I have been thinking about you lately.
Mr. Lewis. It's Mr. Lewis.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Lewis, sorry.
Up the
shelf. Flawless.
Up the shelves.
Why did I see Flawless? I don't know why, blood. Big up 16 out of 10. He says, big up my brothers. Gonna have to take a couple of packs of tissues to the match on Sunday. No, did he? And is a disgrace for having a go at Spurs fans. Oh, fuck off, man.
I don't want Troops to get cancelled, so I won't respond.
Big up T1. He says, Arsenal was flying best form in the world when they went to Etihad, and instead of going after City and be in commanding position, they parked. Now blame Spurs. We don't, like I said, during the rant, I said I don't blame Spurs, innit? I just think they're a disgrace. It's simple as blood.
If the league stays the way it is, I'm claiming Mudryk cost Arsenal the league title though. Up the Chelsea.
Big up Brandon Williams, my G. He says finally caught a live show. Big up the panel. Big up to Arsenal, regardless of what happens. Fuck Son, Porro, and all the fans of that tiny club. I echo everything you just said, Brandon Blood. Big up your damn self, broski. Big up Ray one more time. He said, I went to the game in 2010 when we played Chelsea at home. I wanted us to lose to stop United winning the league. Gerrard back pass to Drogba. Beautiful. And that was crazy because Gerrard came. No, that was another game. I remember I think it was his last game ever against Man United. He came on at half time and got sent off in that 2 minutes.
Got sent off. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
43 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy. Yeah.
Big up Comedy Star TV. Again, he says, question, why is Spurs called Big Six when in reality Everton is bigger than them? So I want to have a 1v1. Whoever bring them to the Big Six, hashtag Chicken FC, Flawless is a wild lad.
Big up Comedy Star. Well, yeah, if we're going to replace
Very
Spurs, I'm with it. I'm with it with Everton, man. I see you, Comedy Star. I see the vision.
Big up Mr. Darcy, my G. Big up your damn self, broski. He says, United fan from Nigeria, visited the Emirates 8 or 9 years ago once as a chaperone with my kid bro, who's a gooner. Saw one of your live rants with Robbie. Been following your journey ever since. Even here in Canada, big up broski. Yo, come on, Mr. Darcy. Big up your damn blood clot self. You understand? Fuck your team, but you know what I'm saying? Big up your damn blood clot self. Big up Lee Slims, my G. He says the editor from AFTV can't be an Arsenal fan. I don't know, man. You get me?
You know what they're doing, man. Stirring up waters.
That's what I was going to say. They know what they're doing, blood. You get me?
They know what to do.
Big up AFTV, man. My people, them. Big up Mrs. Donna again. She says, Mr. Troops was loving his wife more in a Spurs kit. Yeah, because I get to take it off in it. So you get me?
There you are.
There you are. There you are. Big up man like Fats. One more time. He says, remember when Liverpool faced Chelsea at home match day 37 in 08-2010? Not a single United fan was relying Liverpool to stop Chelsea in the title race.
I don't know which United fan you were speaking to. They definitely were.
You talking about Fats? Of course we was. I want them to lose regardless. What are you talking about?
Big up Ray Ray again. He says, Thiago Allah can't play a game. Finally leaving. That's a sick name.
He didn't think that. No way you thought of that. No way you thought of that.
That's Ray Ray's first.
I can't play a game, bro. That's crazy.
Ray Ray. All right. You're cool now. Still,
this guy's Sheffield United, man. I'm gonna win.
You're back now, blood. You're back, and you see, you're back now. You see, I made him a mod last episode. I remodded him, innit? So maybe that gave him a bit of.
You didn't come up with that. Allah can't play a game is funny though.
I like Thiago Allah can't play a game. Finally leaving. Great news. Massive flop. Yet some of our weird fans hype him up. Yet disrespect an actual legend in Henderson. Yeah, look, Hussam don't even want. Hussam's just staring. Hussam looks like them people that were on the. Have you not seen that clip of Suella trying to ask the people that were protesting about Palestine about what their thoughts were, and they just looked at her and just went like didn't even reply, blood. That's what Hussam was giving, blood. You understand?
He said he's gonna take tissues to Anfield, and he was the same guy that was Klopp out.
No, did he?
Imagine.
No, did
he? Hey.
Big up Lee Slims, my brother. Big up your damn self, broski. He says, just want to take time to big up Troops for not losing it. Believe it or not, Troops is calm. Big up the rest of the panel. Also, 16 out of 10 content is a must from this team. Tottenham will always be shit. Broski, trust me, like there's been moments in the season I wanted to like fly off the handle, but I've kind of learned how to channel my anger. But then there's sometimes like today where I just had to get it off my chest, blood. You get me? And I feel a lot better, blood. You understand? Big up Kutiulu. He says, Troops, if City win on Sunday, are you going to request your Nando fried chicken back from Hussam? And he can keep the peri sauce for supporting Arsenal winning the league.
You're one of the same people that sent super chat about back your team. You disappeared for 2 months, and now you're back.
And now you're back in it. There you are.
Back again.
See you again on this football when you come back.
You know that. Big up Donna again. He says, Mr. Troops, it was me in higher ups, Mr. Ange referred to. It probably was, blood.
Yeah, because that's a parody account because Donna Cullen is, why is she shooting at Spurs? Like higher up in Spurs, something like that.
Big up G Pat. He says Ange is actually frightening when angry. Yeah, the Aussies are
inventing at the bridge. Pass the fucking ball forwards, mate.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the Aussies are on smoke still. I can't lie. The Aussies are on smoke, blood.
That's funny.
That was a sick Aussie accent. I can't lie.
Yeah,
Big up Ray Ray again. He says, shout out my boy Joe Matip, one of the best free transfers in Premiership history. So underrated. Certain fans thought that bum Kanate was better than him.
I rate Kanate. I don't know.
You got a reply for that one, Hussam?
Oh, yeah. Shout out Q-Tip. It's been a while since I ran that slander name.
Q-Tip.
It's been years, bro.
Big up Ray again. He says, for fuck's sake, Tuchel going to United. They're actually going to be a serious team again. World-class manager, yet Hussam rates Poch higher. Fraud.
I don't think he's a world-class manager.
12 years. 12 years Bayern won the Bundesliga every single year. Except, finish the sentence.
I don't think
that's because of Kane, not Tuchel. That's Kane, not Tuchel.
I think that's just more Leverkusen.
That's Kane.
You wanted to sign Kane?
That's Kane. I didn't.
No. Tuchel wanted to sign Kane.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you say it's because of Kane.
Tell him flawless.
But hey, United
we can't take the props away from Leverkusen. These man went unbeaten.
That's
no, but bro, it's true, man. These man went invincible. They drew like 4 games before winning the league. Like, what are we talking about?
But Manchester United should have signed him for 100 M's, but here we are. But he went to a better team in a better environment in a better league and still football. All right, cool.
Big up man like Fats again. He says, by the way, it's Maurizio Roberto Pochettino Trozero.
This guy is really on this Pochettino stuff, isn't he?
He is still a terrorist until future.
He's trying to get in somewhere, though. You get me? So that's why he's doing that, blood. You understand? If you know, you know. Big up Mubsy TV. He says, I think Chelsea in a couple of seasons will be as strong as Arsenal now. Chelsea's team are too young and inexperienced. That's what I said.
So you said if I was a potato, I'd be a waffle. If you were a watermelon, you'd be the seed. Because that's exactly what I just said, dumbass, for the last fucking whole season.
Big up Yosef. Man like Yosef, big up yourself, blood. He says, in my opinion, as a Chelsea fan, our squad fully fit is top 3 in the league. Better than Liverpool's. Finishing in Europa League is underachieving.
Look,
fans are delusional.
I think the only team above Chelsea, I think the only team above you that you're better than is Tottenham. I think Villa, us, City, Liverpool.
We only see Villa is better than them because of Emery.
Coaching, yeah.
Put any other.
We've seen that before. Everton, Villa,
exactly. So that goes to show how important managers are, and this is the point.
If he does it again next season, then you're right.
This is the point I've been making the entire time. To me, if you put Emery in charge of that Chelsea side, they are in 4th. They would be above Villa because when he took over Villa, nobody had Villa as a Champions League side. When the start of this season, nobody had Villa.
And we understand. We know this. You're correct. 100%. We've seen managers overachieve. No, but we've seen managers overachieve. Moyes,
yes,
Everton,
we have seen managers overachieve, but even
if Leicester,
even if he achieves,
doing it again. No, hear me out. If he just does it, I don't want to start an argument. One more season. If he does it again next season, you're 100% correct.
Well, he did finish 7th. Well, all right, cool.
He says he's garbage, you know. Fraudizio.
Oh my god, bro, man. Big up, bro.
That's good.
There it is, blood.
Did he super chat again?
We read the call already, Troops.
Oh, see, I thought
you're giving it too much airtime for a £2 super chat.
Nah, man, it made me laugh, blood. So I just had to. It's in a line, innit? So I just had to just king. Big up Yosef again. He says Cole Palmer and Cuckoo, Reece James, Casado start for every team.
Reece James doesn't start for me. And that's the one guy that doesn't start for me.
Casado.
I'm not opening that book.
They start for most.
I understand.
And it's funny because 2 of them have been injured. The 4 good players, 2 of them have been out the whole year.
Big up Kashawn. He says, when did Hussam become Poch's lawyer? He's been it the whole season, blood.
What a response there. You've debunked everything I've said. Well done.
Big up Sean Newlands. He says Pochettino started 2 forwards at home to Brentford. I consider him an enemy of the state. Get him gone.
Yeah. You don't consider
I remember that away game. We were cooking the first half. Enzo made like 4 big chances, then he got thrown into left wing for no reason.
Big up Gabriel, my brother. He says, big up you guys. This will be my last super chat for 2 months. I'm going to Dubai and Lebanon on vacation, but still going to try and watch TroopzTV. Come on, you Gunners, always. Hopefully, you have a safe flight over there.
Yes, Gabriel.
And
hey, big up, man.
Enjoy yourself, bro. You understand?
Big up, man.
Get some beautiful sun. You get me? Sun, sea. Not liquor because it's haram.
When you go to Lebanon, don't go to the tourist spots. Go to the actual city. So you can
go to the village and everything.
You're going to have all the good food over there.
You get me? Because when I went to Dubai, I went to old Dubai. And it was I got the 10-10 food, bro. Amazing.
Ready,
Can't lie. Proper thing. Big up Winter Surfer. He says, oh my God, coached a win. Nonsense. How about the games where he coached to lose? And we only played once a week mostly. He had plenty of time to adjust.
And a full preseason.
I hear that.
I've acknowledged there are games that Poch's fault. 100%.
Big up John C, my brother. He says, big up all you, man, and thank you all for the jokes and football facts throughout the Premier League year. One game to go and praying for a Hammers draw. Broski, it's never going to happen, blood. You get me?
Yeah, you see what Moyes said? He said it would be a game against under-14 City. Come on, man.
You understand?
Keep it stepping, bro.
Bro,
you rotating? Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Big up Zir Talks. He says, big up panel. It's Chelsea FC, not... Okay.
Up the Chelsea.
Big up Comedy
Star.
Star.
Them allegations.
He says, Flawless is a certified wildlad, and Hussam is a fraud.
My done Comedy Star TV.
Big up Todor. He says, what is this Ray yapping about?
Wallahi, if I could punch him in the face without getting any consequences.
Then he says, some people are on crack, to be honest. And then Fats says,
this
is
disgusting, yo.
Yeah.
You weren't saying this when you were in 12th. When you were in 12th, you weren't saying this rubbish. This guy, yo.
He actually was, because he has a fraudulent reason. He actually was.
Yeah. It's real.
That's why he's Poch in here and then he's on my streams. He's Poch out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy hella flip flop.
Think why.
Crazy. Yeah, I know why.
We do have Premier League football.
16 out of 10.
The last weekend of Premier League football. It's time to call it a day and wrap it up. Pause. You get me? Arsenal taking on Everton, same as last season. We played Everton last game of the season last year, beat them 5-0. I expect the same type of performance as last season. I think we will be wearing our new kit. Last year, we finished the season with our new kit, so I believe we will be wearing our new kit on Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff. Watch along 3:15. We go live. Make sure you're there. Bit of a... I see Turkish's video. Well, I didn't see the video. I saw the clip. I need to actually go and watch the full video. And obviously, he's getting a lot of shit. I don't think people are wrong to question what he said. Because I don't know if I'm proud or disappointed. You get me? I do agree with what he says when he says that you don't have to win something to be proud of your club. But I'm more disappointed than proud this season. Again,
it's a mix of both, I would say.
Yeah, I'm proud that we've taken it to the last game of the season, but I'm disappointed that we're not gonna win it at the end of the season.
I think it's a missed opportunity for you lot. I get it.
I think what you just said, Flawless, is bang on. It's a bit of both. I'd probably say it's 55 disappointment, 45 proud. You get me? Because it's 2 years in a row that we have to take into account. Well, it's 3 years in a row because Champions League. You get me? And it was all last day of the season. So for me, it's a bit of both, but I lean more to disappointed. You get me? Because to get so close, to get the most wins achieved in the season, more than the invincible season, and not win the league is disappointing, blood. You get me? I'm proud of like achievements in the season. Like I'm proud of, you get me, breaking the record of most wins, but then the disappointment creeps back in. You understand? Because I'm like, yo, we won 27 games so far, probably will be 28, but then there's no trophy, blood. We won 26 with Invincibles and, understand, won the league, blood. People will say that, oh, you drew 12 games. We won the league on match week 34. So we won the league with 4 games to spare. That's things that people fail to tell you. We literally played 35, 36, 37, 38 not to lose. We didn't play to win. We played not to lose. We won it on game week 34. 4 games to spare, mate. Yeah, but they don't. They leave that out. But I'll put that context in for them pussy-os, blood. Yeah. So, yeah, big up my brother Turkish every time. I don't think he sold his soul. You get me? Like Jez said, big up Jez. I'm cool with Jez as well. I don't think that. I just think that I think that his opinions have changed. You get me? And opinions can change, okay, bro. You understand? That's what I said. Opinions can change. You get me? I was fully Arteta out. Now I'm not. You get me? I'm not Arteta in as well. Let's have it right.
You're Arteta out.
Yeah, I'm Arteta doubt. That's big up my famous mod, Arteta doubt. You understand? Because I still have that little doubt. You get me? But I do believe we'll get the win, but it won't be enough. You understand? Going into the final day of the season with Man City, who have previous in winning league titles in the last game of the season, respectfully, it's not going to be hard for them to beat Arteta to a title last game of the season. You get me? He's beaten Klopp to a title. He's beaten Fergie, which is even more. Yeah, well, it wasn't even him. Sorry, that wasn't him. Sorry, that was Mancini. But Man City as a club have the experience and minerals to win the league on the last game of the season. It could even have been at the London Stadium. I still would have the same confidence, the same thought process going into this game, because I remember when they beat Liverpool to it last game of the season one year. They had Brighton away, went 1-0 down, finished 4-1. You get me?
Fuck you, Troops.
No, I'm just sorry, bro, but I'm just saying, like, it don't matter for me, like, whether it was home or away.
My man bringing back
trauma. It could be on fucking Jupiter blood.
Fuck you, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah,
it could be on Jupiter blood, but
fuck you as well, Flawless.
You get me? It's not gonna happen. You understand? Like I said, we will get the win. I wouldn't play Timber. You get me? I'd put him on the bench. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't bring him on, but I just get him in the bench for the match day. You get me? News broke as well that El Neni and Cedric will leave the club. Alhamdulillah. You understand? That's obviously their contract.
Any news on 14?
Big up El Neni as well. But alhamdulillah, you're leaving. But mashallah to El Neni. Fuck Cedric, you get me? Yeah, simple as, bro. You get me? That's gonna free up some wage bill money, which is good. Hopefully the other striker leaves certified, you get me, and the politician as well, you understand? But like I said, I would put Timber on the bench. I'd go with the same lineup that started at Old Trafford. So Rayer got. Now you know what? Nah. Yeah, I'd go with the same lineup. I'm not in this sentimental thing, because I probably think that Ramsdale will leave. Big up Ramsdale, my brother. Got no issue with Ramsdale. You get me? But I wouldn't even start Ramsdale, even though it's gonna probably be his last involvement in the matchday squad for Arsenal.
If City are 4-0 up, just wheel him up off the bench.
Yeah, if City are 4-0 off, if City are 4-0 off, then yeah, you can throw Ramsdale on. You get me? Because I don't want to take no risks. You understand? David Reyes already won the Golden Glove, so we ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, same lineup that went to OT. So Rayer in goal, Benny Blanco, Saliba, Gabriel.
Thank you, Nunes.
Tomiyasu, Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, and Trossard. Prediction: 3-0 Arsenal.
5-0 Arsenal. Slapping Everton on the beach.
4-0 Arsenal.
Oh yeah, they got nothing to play for, innit? Yeah. 4-0. 4-0.
Chelsea taking on Bournemouth, Lewis. If you win this, you are in the Europa League. If Tottenham slip at Bramall Lane, Sheffield United, you will be 5th. But either way, Europa League. How you feeling?
Even a draw sorts us for top 6. Mm-hmm. So like we could even do some stupidness and still be able to just fall into that position. Thank the Lord. I feel confident going into this one. Home form's improved a lot this season. Like the biggest takeaway from the last few weeks is that the away form's now starting to pattern up a bit. But Bournemouth aren't necessarily on the beach. Like they need to try and get into the top 10. They want to try and get above Brighton. I guess there's some sort of South Coast rivalry there, even though I don't think it's anything too deep.
It's far, yeah. They're more beef with Southampton.
But yeah, they're going to come out. They'll give us a game. Iraola plays good attacking football, so it'll be good for the neutrals. Don't expect us to keep a clean sheet because we never ever seem to do that.
Yeah, because you're right, Stalker. They both got 48 points, but Brighton have a much better goal difference. Brighton got -5. Bournemouth got -12.
Plus, I think there's 2 or 3 teams that could overtake Bournemouth if they lose.
So Palace are on 46. Wolves are on. So it's 2. Palace and Wolves can catch them. They're both on 46.
Yeah, so they're going to give us a game, but I expect us to be able to handle them too. Like, we could have beaten them away, but again, we chose to time waste in the last 10 minutes. In this one, though, like, we're a bit more confident. Structure's going to be in place. We'll have a bench as well. So, yeah, like, I don't see any reason why we don't win this one. Like, they only seem to worry me in terms of the way they move the ball forward, but we seem to be a little bit more solid defensively. Silva should be back into the team. It's going to be his last game as well. Shout out to Thiago Silva. And yeah, just go beat Bournemouth and Sheffield United. That's the real game I'm focusing on. Up the blades. We need them to do something.
Prediction?
3-1. 3-1 Chelsea.
2-1. Solanke gets a goal. Oh, Chelsea boy. 2-1 Chelsea.
All our Chelsea players score. I can't even talk that down.
We spend the whole time arguing about Poch, but on Unreal, we have to give credit sometimes to mid-table managers as well. Big up to Iraola, because many people had Bournemouth going down, and he's had them playing really good football, completely overachieved with that squad. So well done to him, and congratulations on staying up as well. But I think this game, they are on the beach. I'm gonna go 3-2 Chelsea. I go on an entertaining game.
Hussam. It's going to be very emotional watch along for you. I hope you actually put a proper thumbnail because it's Klopp's last one. So I hope you put a proper thumbnail. But yeah, it's going to be very, very emotional for you, blood. It's Klopp's final goodbye.
I mean, listen, Troops, you've experienced it firsthand. You know, I'm not even throwing shade. You know,
I was happy with Wenger left, though. I can't lie about it. It's different.
No.
We got Wenger, though, innit?
Thank you, but it's time. Go.
Yeah, I was happy.
For the memories, but it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. If he left in like 20, if he left in like 2008, I probably would have cried, blood. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have cried, blood.
Troops, Habibi, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying you've experienced it firsthand, losing a league title to Pep. So obviously, Klopp's the only one that beat him over the last 6-7 years. So, like that achievement right there in itself is incredible. Oh my God. This guy is...
I'm claiming it.
Not even fucking trying, Lewis, blood. You fucking dickhead. This guy is so shameless. This guy is so shameless, blood. Poch was fucking...
On his head top. We did the double over Pep. Hold that.
Why am I saying Poch? Pep was fucking crawling into top 4 last game of the season that fucking year, you bastard.
He's showing off the year that they beat Kolarov to a league title, you know?
Yeah.
I actually beat like fucking Aguero.
2-time Premier League champion Kolarov. Respect, man. Come on.
It was dangerous, though.
Can you stop?
He had a wand on him, but carry
it's
on.
Supposed to be the Klopp section, Lewis. Fraud. Give the manager the respect. He beat you, Thomas Tuchel twice, and Pochettino once. Thank you for the 3 domestics. Anyway, so obviously he's the only one to beat Pep over the last 6-7 years, which is brought us the first league title in 30. Champions League winner as well, beating Spurs in the final. You welcome, Troops. Why is my cam off? You welcome, Troops. And Lewis. So yeah, this is definitely a goodbye that's going to be emotional. He's absolutely a club legend. The best manager I've seen in my life at my football club. Not the greatest Liverpool manager. The greatest Liverpool manager will be Bob Paisley, of course. But, big up to Jurgen Klopp. And I hope he gets an incredible farewell this Sunday. I expect Anfield to be rocking. I know they're gonna, they're gonna be singing his name all game long, and it's definitely gonna be emotional, 100%. This is the manager I've seen at my club for the last almost 9 years now. So, yeah, it's gonna be crazy seeing someone else manage Liverpool to begin with. I can't fathom it till this very second. But yeah, onto the game. Both us and Wolves are on the bench. Are on the beach, sorry. I hope at least the players perform for him one last game just before he goes. But yeah, big up to Jurgen, man. Big up, Jurgen. And the streets will remember. I was never Klopp out. Flawless did shows with me last season, all year long. whether it be back again, Battle of the North, where people were pressing the opinion of Klopp out and, you know, all that stuff. I never turned on the guy. And, you know, he gave us a great season this season. Not obviously the season that we had, the ending that we wanted. I would much rather end up with the Europa League and the FA Cup and etc. But of course, a trophy on the way out, even it be the you know, the least important trophy, it still is a trophy. So, you know, well done to Jurgen Klopp. Fantastic servant for Liverpool Football Club, the greatest manager I've seen on my lifetime at the football club. And he's won all the trophies. Even though it's one apiece, he still won everything, to be fair. So, yeah, big up to Jurgen Klopp, and I wish him good luck on his journey. And just quickly, I expect he's going to be the German manager next. I think he's going to manage the German national team. That's my honest prediction for his future.
That's a good prediction, to be honest. Never thought of that. Makes sense. I think Nagelsmann's leaving after the Euros, right? Yeah, makes
I think
sense.
he manages Germany next. Because they've spoken about it in interviews.
Out of a job.
Let me tell you something. He's spoken about it in interviews. Thomas Muller, he's spoken about he's disappointed that after Pep came to Germany, they kind of relinquished the idea of German football, and it's about short passes and stuff like that, and they want to go back to, like, you know, the German machines, you know, and the fight and, you know, the passion and all that. So, you know, I think probably Klopp is going to be the next Germany manager. So,
prediction for the game.
Prediction, I'm gonna go players are gonna perform for him one last time. You get me? And they're gonna give him a good send-off. So I'm actually going for a really big win. I'm going for a 5-0 Liverpool.
I was thinking 4-1.
I was thinking 3-1.
Yeah, 4-1-2.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Can't believe I made clean sheet. 5-1 Liverpool. Sorry. Sorry, my bad. I made clean sheet. My bad. Sorry.
Flawless. You go to Brighton, you go to the seaside. It won't be a lovely day by the seaside. You don't love to be beside the sea. All of that good stuff. You get me? You're praying for, you know me, what, basically me, blood. You're praying for other people to do a job.
Not really. I'm just hoping the manager picks a very, very similar team. Continuity, and it should be all eyes on the FA Cup final. That's what it should be. Not only is it a cup final, you spoke about praying. That's a way into Europe as well, because United win the FA Cup, we then go into the Europa League, and then the 6th place team, whoever that is, would then get Conference League. So, like, that's how I'm really looking at it. If we do win the game, which I think we will win the game, I'm really not too for Conference League or not Conference League. I'm not fussed. 7th or 8th. I see benefits to both. If you're 7th and we lose the cup final, then we're in the Conference League, go win the competition. If we're in 8th and we lose the FA Cup final and we're not in Europe altogether, that could then benefit the next manager as well, because it gives you a smaller squad. Players may not want to be here, which is also good as well, because it, for one, not being in Europe, 2, it would limit their game time because we're only playing 1 game a week, and just a humbling for everybody. Humbling for everybody, humbling for the actual club itself, humbling for some fans who don't seem to realize how bad this season's been and how bad this manager is and just how bad everything is around Old Trafford if we're not in Europe. So, yeah, I'm not really praying like, oh, yeah, let's definitely get 7th. Of course, I want us to win the game. But Newcastle travel to Palace. Do I think they drop points? Yes. I think they will. I don't think they'll beat Palace. I think
it's not
Palace. That's a draw. Is it not Palace? Don't Newcastle play Palace?
No, Palace play
Newcastle play?
Villa.
Palace
play Villa. Yeah.
Palace play Villa.
My bad. Who did Newcastle got? I stand corrected. Who they playing? Oh, Brentford away. My bad.
Forest?
Yeah, I knew it was a London team. Brentford away.
Yeah,
Brentford away. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, that's correct to me. Yeah, Brentford away. I don't think they'll win that. I think they'll draw that. So I think 7th will be there. But I'm just hoping the manager plays a similar team. That's what I'm hoping for, and try and continue half decent performances we've been putting in. I'm going for a win. So I think we win the game 2-1.
I agree with everything Flawless said, including prediction. 2-1 Man United.
3-1. 3-1 Brighton.
I'm going 2-2.
3-1 Brighton, blood. You heard it here first. We're just going to fly through the rest of the weekend games for the people them. Luton, Fulham. Obviously, there's no relegation Sunday as well. Everyone's gone. The teams that came up have gone back. Luton, Sheffield United, and Burnley all go back down to the Championship. So yeah, Luton, Fulham.
Fuck Luton. I hope I never see you back in the Premier League again. 3-0 Fulham.
I don't echo those thoughts. Big up Amari, my brother.
What did Luton do? I thought they've had entertaining.
What does Omari have to do with it? Omari could play in the Premier League even for like whoever. Like
yeah, but right now he's playing at Luton, innit? So my let me have a, you know what I'm saying? Got a big damn man up. You know what I'm saying?
What did Luton do? That's what
They drew 1-1 with Liverpool.
It's a draw, innit?
So how you blaming Luton because your team couldn't?
Lalas, this is the last section. I want to go eat. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Can we just?
I gotta go pick up the kids in 3 minutes.
I'm just
exactly. And what the troops say, let's fly through the section. You're not flying, you're crawling. Time to fly. Yeah, like
all right, cool, innit? Yeah. What league title for Klopp? But yeah, Luton Town. I think they win this game 2-0.
He already has one.
Yeah, this season I'm talking about 2-0.
2-1 Luton.
Lewis, how you lagging?
Luton, yeah.
Nice.
I was trying to figure out where I was going with it. 2-1 Luton.
Brentford, Newcastle.
Draw 2 apiece.
2-1 Newcastle.
2-1.
Yeah, give me a 1-1. Give me a 1-1.
Burnley, Forest. This could have been a sick game if it was on the line.
Yeah, if it was for real.
But I'm gonna go 2-2.
3-2 Forest.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Burnley. Brighton style.
Fairs. 1-1.
Palace, Villa. 3-1 Palace.
3-1 win. Olise, don't make the same mistake many others made. Please come to Liverpool.
3-2 Palace.
2-2.
And then Sheffield United versus Fulham's side bitch.
Oh, there you are.
Spurs 2-0.
Tottenham 3-0.
3-0 Sheffield United. Up the Blades.
I want Spurs to win. The guys know why. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Spurs 2-1 win.
Blades.
And that's it, people. Episode 291 wrapped up like a Zubi blood. You get me? Last one during the season. Obviously, it will run throughout the summer, so don't worry about that, blood. We're not stopping the podcast. We will still be here delving into the transfer news and the Euros and the Copa America and everything else that's going on. So you understand, make sure you're still there, because the man them ain't going nowhere. You see me? But big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the super chatters, blood. You lot are fucking elite, blood. You get me? Absolute elite. Big up the mods, them. You lot know the vibes, blood. My people, them. And big up the man, them, blood. You understand? Everyone's doing a watch along, so you understand. Subscribe to the man, them. Link in the description, and you will know when the watch alongs are running on Sunday afternoon. We are redirecting.
All 4 different games, so you could enjoy all 4 with us.
You know what I'm saying? We're redirecting to Lewis as well, blood. So don't go anywhere. You understand? How many likes we got so far? We got 500 likes. Let's try and get it up to 1K, blood. Well, let's get it up to 1K. Let's
run up the likes, you lot, man.
Get it up to 1K, blood. We always get 1K minimum, so let's get 1K likes as usual. Big up the chat one last time, blood. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until Sunday, praying for a West Ham miracle, but I know it ain't gonna come. But you get me, blood. They always say you must pray. So, like Mavado said, we hope and pray, blood.
Watch out. Up the Blades.